The Wild Wild West.
What's up, bro? What's happening?
What's going on here, Matt?
Chilling, dude. Just fucking,
What's all this mumbo jumbo you've gotten yourself into,
You
dude?
talking about my sebzi, bro?
What is this?
It's my sebzi. It's a ceremonial hash pipe from Morocco. It's not a big deal, dude. We've obviously, dude.
You seem to be making a big deal out of it.
I'm not making. I'm just setting it out, dude. Ceremoniously. It's a nice piece, dude. I always want to show it off.
Well, I'll tell you something, Matt. I don't like it.
Some of us prize fast cars, dude. This is my stuff. This is what I ball out.
What
on.
is this?
The fucking high spirits, dude. Key of G minor, 432 hertz. Seat on the insignia. Rainbow moonstone with the exact ripple that 432 makes on water or sand. I'm fly as hell, dude. You hate it.
What is the top there?
This piece is called the fetish. This is what gives it its voice. So if you were to slide this thing back, it would throw off the whole sound. It has to be placed in the proper place. Billy was talking some mess about my flute on
I heard
their
you got
Patreon.
yours off Amazon.
Not Amazon. It's from High Spirits. It's a reputable
I heard
dealer.
it was a colonial.
Here's the thing.
I heard it was a colonist flute.
I try not to look. I don't try to engage in wrong speech where I harm other people in their businesses. So
Oh, yeah. You don't want to put down the man's business.
his business.
You don't want to put down a colonizer's business.
He's thriving.
Yeah.
The whole thing started because
Did they run off the real Native Americans that made those?
No, not at all, dude. They're probably working in tandem with Native artists. But Billy and I was teasing him because we all went to this place in Florida, and like, dude, I want to crush this lady. She has like a little trading post. It's cool. She's a nice lady. I picked up a flute there. Mine was in the mail, so I'm like, oh, let me hear his voice. I wasn't really digging the sound, and that's all I said. Spud got one, and I was kind of like, yeah.
You picked up a bad flute.
It's a decorative piece. It's a beautiful piece, but it's more of a decorative piece. That's what I was trying to tell him.
This needs to stop.
What?
Whatever this character is. This is one of my least favorite. This is one of my least favorite characters.
I want to do a cover. This lady has a
dude. Why are you doing this to me?
What are you doing to what?
You know you're doing this to me.
No, I'm not.
Why are you doing this to me, man? I was just saying how good things were. Things are good.
I'm saying they're trying to say that's a colonizer flute. That's a cover, by the way, by I believe.
By who?
That is I don't want to steal credit for that tune.
That was a cover?
That's a borrowed tune. Yeah, that's Dancing Moon by Purnell. Purnell's a beautiful artist, dude. How are you talking about I'm doing this to you? And I'm glad
you're doing this on purpose.
Great. Things have been great. What are you talking about, dude?
You're doing this on purpose.
What? Cop the
trying
flute?
to sabotage our lives.
How?
Dude, getting into bullshit.
What are you talking about? Dude, it's a beautiful instrument, man.
It is.
It's an inlet. It's just a pentatonic minor scale. So
Can I hold it?
Yeah, dude, please. Let me. Here.
Get the spit out.
Get the spit out of that. Dude, hold that thing.
Wow.
Feel the power.
You're right.
That thing's beautiful, man.
It's lighter than you'd think.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Man.
That is nice, man.
Beautiful piece here, the leather.
Dude, I'm that. I've been genuinely worried about someone smashing this thing.
Really?
Between you and Brittany, I have two strong contenders for flute breakers.
Who's going to break it? Brittany's going to break it.
She kind of likes it. I've actually turned her around.
She's
Dude.
trying to trick herself into saying she likes it.
She was in the bathtub, and I was playing downstairs. She was like, dude, I was about to fall asleep. You can't. It's 432 hertz, dude. Now that I can carry a tune on it, if you're taking a bath and you hear that droning below you, the floor below, you're just kind of like, oh, man. I go on my roof deck at nighttime and just put a blanket and just fucking wail so hard on it. And dude,
this can't be. You cannot be doing this.
Yeah. So like, no one can see where it's coming. No one can see where it's coming from. So people are just probably walking their dog and they're like,
"Let me hear it again."
Dude, so you're walking your dog down the street and you hear this in the distance. Just
you like the end.
Oh, you
figured out how to do the end.
Dude, I might start getting up first thing in the morning, hitting people with one of these. Sorry, that's not good. Sorry, guys. I have too much spit in this moisture barrier. There we go. Early in the morning. But, dude, it's nothing personal. This is a hobby I'm into, dude. It's nice. I'm not going to have it every single time. I wanted to show it to you.
Where does it come from? What tribes? What are we talking here?
I don't know. Honestly, I haven't done my due diligence. Dude, I'm more of a musician. You know what I mean? I'm a music guy. So it's like.
Oh, no, dude.
What?
You're dark chocolate also. Dude,
I'm more of a musician.
what are you doing today?
What are you talking about, dude? I'm here. It's Sunday.
This is out of control. Now, what's going on with that pipe?
got me
I
out
would
here
like
on a
to see
seven?
you smoke that pipe.
Patreon. I'll save that.
You're going to save drugs for the Patreon?
I'll probably have to, but I'll need total silence. So if you guys would respect the
Why?
space. Well, it's a ceremonial pipe, dude. I can't smoke it amongst chatter. I mean, I'll go outside if I have to. Dude, how the fuck was Jamaica, dude? I haven't seen you in a while.
Jamaica was crazy, man.
Well, that's crazy.
Yeah. It wasn't really that crazy. I got fucked up at a hotel for 5 days.
Who else was with you in terms of like the demo at the place you're at?
It was a rich people place. So it was all rich adults.
I feel like when you go there, there's a lot of like Canadians.
Well, yeah, there were Canadians.
Yeah, man. When you go on vacation, it's just you. You're just in Canada in another country.
Yeah. There were Canadians. British are down in Jamaica a lot.
Yeah, I could see that.
And it was like a...
Man, I love to sock
like
it to a British tourist.
I would love to
right in
punch
his
a
fucking stomach,
oh,
dude.
God, dude.
People keep asking, "Oh, when you come to the UK?" It's like, bro, you'll know when I come there.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be a
There's
fucking
gonna be
problem.
There's going to be a
It's gonna be a
big-time
fucking problem when I come to the UK.
Yeah.
Do you think I'm gonna walk on enemy land, dude? I never forgot.
I never forgot. If we go and do a UK tour, it's going to be a problem.
It's gonna be a fucking problem, dude.
The IRA might show up
They probably will.
and come back.
They
Is
will.
this bad? You
No,
allowed to say that
it's
on
totally
the
fine.
internet? You're not.
It's totally
I
fine.
don't know if we're allowed to say.
Now I know why when they're like telling Muslims like, "Yo, denounce radical Islam," they're like, "Nah."
No, those guys are kind of cool.
I wouldn't be able to. Like, yo, denounce those dudes. Denounce the rock stars of your religion. I'd be
Yes.
like,
Denounce the dudes that risked it all to
You
fight
think they're
an
like-
empire.
yeah. Do you think they're like Italians with the mafia? They're like, yeah, one of my uncles in the Taliban, dude. Talk shit to me.
Definitely.
They're definitely got to be like Italians with the mob.
Definitely, there's all
Oh, I
dudes
got an
from
uncle
like
in
the
Taliban.
Kandahar province. They're like, dude, that's their New Jersey. The Kandahar province. They're all like, yeah, my uncle knew Bin Laden. He was Bin Laden's driver.
Yeah, he
That's
kind of
very
smuggles
funny.
poppy. I do believe that. I mean, dude, how could you let
You
that
have
go?
to be. Yeah, WAPs in America are all like, yeah, I'm connected.
Oh, dude, every
I'm
single Italian guy I've ever
fucking
talked to,
connected.
exception of Gardini.
That's because Gardini's a law dog.
True, true that. You guys have been fucking silencing them.
Yeah, I play by the rules, dude.
True that.
Gardini, you got roughhoused a little bit last night.
Roughhouse. No,
Yeah,
You got tossed about-
roughhoused me,
you
dude.
got
took
tossed
my
about?
shoe.
you got roughhoused.
What happened?
Yeah, I did get. I did
He
take a
ran
beating.
into a buzzsaw that was me and Billy teaming up to bully one person,
Oh,
Yeah.
and it was the guard dog.
Sometimes you're the hammer, sometimes you're the nail, dude. Last
true.
night I was the nail.
they got you.
Yeah, they got me.
What kind
for
of
it,
stuff were they saying?
Dude. It was just freaking.
We don't need to talk.
Just
about
junk?
it. We don't
Class
need
A
to talk-
psyop, dude.
Was it really?
Yeah, I fell.
Did it work, or were you,
It was
were
a
you able to
psyop that he
withstand?
fell right into.
Yeah,
Did you really?
I wasn't prepared. I thought I was amongst friends, dude.
He
True
thought he
that.
was amongst friends, and he wanted to show us somebody on. We asked for him to show us somebody on Instagram.
Sure.
I think you probably know.
I'm aware.
So he finally was like, "All right, fine," because we were like, "Dude, what the heck?
First mistake.
It's not a big deal."
Gave into they did the friendly angle on you.
Yeah, me,
Oh,
dude,
no.
me and Billy sitting on a bench together, like, "Come on, man!" And then as soon as he gave it, we were both like, "Ah!"
Oh, they friendlied you.
Yeah,
Oh,
good
man.
cop, good cop. And it
Yeah,
worked.
that is a.
It was like, dude, what the fuck's your problem?
Yeah,
We're
dude,
friends.
we're fucking buds. Oh no.
But yeah, there's one thing about Jamaica that I didn't like. It was a very, very nice resort. It was like sickest place I've been. But it's just that thing where it's like a bunch of rich white people
Yeah.
and then just black workers in like
Yeah.
white gloves
Yeah, dude.
and like uniforms.
Yeah. They get very slavey at those places.
Yeah,
I'm telling
they
you.
do.
You go
I
to
mean, the
Dominican
place is
Republic,
designed like I've been there. The place is designed like a plantation.
it's fucked up, dude.
Yeah.
They're like, "Do you want a butler?" It's like, "No. Stop."
No, I feel
Stop,
bad.
dude. It's fucked up, dude.
Yeah.
They even the DR they do it, and the DRs get racist on the Haitians. They give the Haitians like the shit fucking jobs. You have to walk around and watch just like multi levels of fucking
Yeah, you get to watch the
racism.
Hispanics be mean to the Haitians.
Yeah.
But you gotta watch out. Every once in a while, those Haitians will get a little rowdy.
We'll curse you too.
Yeah, they'll curse you with a little
Dude,
voodoo.
They were telling us, they were like, that's the one. There was a guy, they fucking hate them openly. So like these fucking, like the guy working there would be like, these fucking Haitians, man, they've been coming over here, blah, 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 blah. And they
Taking our derbs.
taking our goddamn gerbs.
Yeah.
And then he basically was like, he said something like, yeah, but you got to be careful because they will hex you. So that's the only reason they respect them is because of voodoo.
The looming axe above their head, which is a voodoo curse.
Yeah, I mean, you just got to keep the chickens and like bones away from them. If you see them collecting chickens and bones, you're like, yo,
Dude, we're
what
cool.
the fuck's
We're
good?
friends.
Yo,
I've been good to you. Don't you dare.
Go weed in the shade, all right? Just fucking give me that chicken and bones.
The Haitians,
They're
they'll
terrified.
hex
The Haitians will rise up. Like, I'm rooting for Haiti as a country to rise up.
you. They've risen up.
They got it
They
in 'em.
became a country.
I know.
They macheted a lot of people.
Yeah, man.
That was a real oversight by the French.
What, to be like,
There was like
you know, we're boys, right?
there were like 10 white dudes surrounded by 1 million slaves, and they were like, let's give them machetes to work the sugarcane fields.
True.
These guys are never gonna.
Yeah, they're probably like, yeah, we're boys, right?
Yeah, we're all good.
Like, I know you can't like do a lot of the stuff you'd like to
That
do.
was scary stuff. I talked to you about that because there's a podcast on it, Revolutions podcast, and it got scary.
Yeah, dude.
Those dudes, when they started rising up, they would all have messiahs, and they would all go into like the jungle and do like witchcraft with like blood and sacrifice and shit, and then they'd go machete everybody.
Yikes.
Yeah, scary guys.
That's terrifying.
And then those peaceful Dominicans were just like, what the heck?
The hell? We're just trying to run an honest resort
Just trying to play baseball. We're trying to play baseball. Sammy Sosa.
We're just training our 14-year-olds to be baseball stars.
Yeah, but I've run into this before. In New Orleans, I went to a place that was like this.
Yeah.
It was very like just black dudes in like bow ties and gloves.
It's not fun. They got to
Like,
strike.
how are you, sir? I'm just like, all right, man. You
Yeah.
all right? Are you all right?
Yeah, like, yeah, I'm telling you, man, I don't enjoy that whole setup, and it needs to stop.
And I realized I was also part of a running theme at this resort, which was a ugly fat husband, like a young hot woman. And I was like looking around, like, look at these pieces of shit. And I was like, oh fuck, like, oh man, what the fuck happened?
You're sharp, dude. You look sharp as hell.
I look like fucking shit, dude.
You look sharp as hell. What was it?
I'm having a rough time.
What were the drinks?
What were the drinks? You know what I was pulling up on.
Some light beer.
No, I did have some Red Stripe Lights.
Yes.
But then one day I decided,
The rum.
me and my boy Nikoi, well, I shouldn't call him that. I apologize. Me and my friend.
Yeah.
He was,
That's your boy. That's your homie.
well, chill.
What the hell?
Bro, I just came from a slave place.
True.
You can't call him that.
Dude, I think they should just like everyone who works there should be dressed like the Baja Man, and it's being full
That would be much
vibe,
more fun.
full vibe mode. It's like
would be-
who that? Every time you walk
Yes.
out, you're just like, fuck yeah, dude.
They are in vibe mode. They have to be nice to you.
Really?
It's definitely part of their job. They all wave to you and say hello
Yeah.
constantly.
Yeah, that's all.
Like
that's all.
everywhere you're going, they're like, hello, how are you? Like while they're doing fucking yard work.
Yeah.
They stop to be like, hey,
They hit
how's
you with
it
the
going?
wagwan, or is it kind of like
Sometimes the chill ones will hit you with like,
wagwan?
yeah. That
Nice.
makes me feel cool. I was giving thumbs up a lot.
That's actually kind of chill.
I go,
I'm down with that. Fucking.
some dude like hacking like a bush. He's like, how's your stay? I'm like, I'm just going to get fucked up in a pool.
You're like George W, dude. He's fucking. You're coming off the plane. He's fucking.
One day, got a little rowdy,
Mhm.
and decided to ask the Jamaican guy what he likes, which was Guinness and Red Bull mixed.
You're drinking rum and Red Bull, dude.
Guinness and Red Bull.
What the fuck, dude? Red Bull's stronger than Guinness.
And I was like blacked out, and I was like, this is actually delicious. I'll have 3 of these. Threw up. Threw up. Threw
he
up
drinks
immediately.
Guinness and Red Bull.
He hexed me.
True.
That was a Jamaican hex. He was like, this is what we all drink. And he was just like, here's 2 pieces of shit drinks. I had like 3 Red Bulls. I was so sick.
3
dude.
Guinness and Red Bulls.
Yeah.
That can't be a
And then he
thing.
drank Ting and rum, dude.
Ting's fucking
Ting's
nice. Dude.
good.
That's a grape. Isn't that like the grapefruit juice?
Yeah.
Rum and Ting is nice.
Rum and Ting is good, but rum is a lot.
Yeah.
Drinking rum's tough.
Yeah, that was my choice. That was my drink of choice.
In college, we all used to drink.
Yeah.
You get like Admiral Nelson's,
Yeah.
just garbage. But down there, they have like good rum.
Mm-hmm.
But
Dude, Captain Morgan was
Rum's
the
a
top
lot.
of the pier for me.
yeah,
I would try Sailor Jerry's and I'd be like,
It's
nothing
all
was
bad.
as
Rum
delicious as
sucks.
Captain Morgan. It's just vanilla extract.
He got me one day. Nikoi.
He got you again.
He got me and my lady.
Was this your point man?
There was a pool that had a bar in it. That was the one we went to.
So your boys, you had the wet bar?
Yes.
Fuck, I love that, dude. That's
pissing,
worth. That's
just
worth.
Sit there and piss, get sunburned, just like.
I'm telling you what, it's kind of worth all of the horrible historic overtones of the
It
place.
is, it
To be
really
able to
is.
just like shittily swim up to a stool and pee and drink like a watered down pina colada.
It's the best.
It's all worth it. It's all worth it. We needed to do all that to get to there, to where someone could just swim.
We do need to thank our forefathers for all that they did to allow us fat whites to
just pee in a pool. I'm like, that's enough sun for the day. I'm going back to my quarters.
Back to my cabana.
What is this, sushi? Very nice.
So we were drinking, and he was like, "The rum here is very good. You got to try the rum."
Yeah.
And then he poured 5 shots of rum.
What?
He was like, "Yeah, try this one. Taste this one. Try this one. Taste it." And I was just like, "Dude."
What?
Yeah, that was at like 2 in the afternoon.
What was good with the
It was
spliff?
a rough day.
That is a rough day.
That was a bad day.
What was good with the spliffs?
I didn't smoke any pot.
The weed down there is everyone thinks it's awesome. It's from what I've seen, what I've heard of down there. I should say I've never been. It's been not the best.
Really?
Yeah, dude. I mean, not the best in terms of people who are spoiled to like.
Yeah, I think American weed's probably pretty good.
It is. It's
Yeah.
also pretty. I've been trying to fight against the designer aspect of weed. Dude, I went into a dispensary recently, and they're like, "This stuff's like 37." I'm like, "How is this? This is crazy.
Yeah, why would it be?
It's too high, dude.
Yeah.
It's being amped up.
It's
Everyone
like those mushrooms.
that was some strong
It's like
genetics.
those hellish mushrooms. Did you ever munch any of those?
No, dude,
Oh, yeah.
they got lost. They got lost in
I
the
ratted
sauce.
you
They
out.
got lost in the sauce.
I ratted you out on one of those. On O'Connor's podcast.
Fair enough.
It's so funny.
I hit them in a box of crackers. It's a safe place to fly with mushrooms, by the way. You put them in crackers. It's like they look just like them, as far as the eye in the sky, And let's just say we have little 4-legged friends that sometimes get into things, dude. That's all I'll say about that.
That's all we can say.
Although it's an organic substance, so it's like people
you
need
said
to
the 4-legged friend was totally fine.
bro. The 4-legged friend's gotten into weed before, and that destabilizes 4-legged friends. Like I'm talking like, because I was like, oh my god,
Yeah.
he was just pumped.
4-legged friend.
He was just pumped, and then it was too pumped to where it was suspicious, to where it was like usually 9 o'clock. He's curled up, ready to chill.
Yeah.
If I walked by him, it was full pounce, laying like kind of like, and I was like, I'm gonna take these guys for a walk, and I took him to a field for like an hour,
Yeah.
and just let
I
him.
didn't know both of the 4-legged friends got it.
Just one.
Yes.
Just one. At least I assume just one.
The
My other
one might have
4-legged
champed
friend,
it.
my other 4-legged friend's a little more finicky with what they eat, but this other 4-legged friend will eat anything, and he got a taste of some fucking penis envies.
Yeah.
And
He
he-
ate some mushrooms.
Dude, it was nothing to. I mean, you got to think animals in the wild just munch shit all the time.
Yeah.
So, and there's a lot of I've seen Planet Earth where they like lizards and shit will like lick stuff that they'll like bears will
Yeah,
like
yeah.
trip out. They do it on purpose. I mean, maybe they don't know what they're doing, but it's not an altered state.
Yeah.
I don't know why people are so weird about dogs in altered states.
I don't know why like wives are such jerks about dogs and altered states.
It's an animal, dude.
I wish wives would get over the fact that sometimes our 4-legged friends
Our wife is still
want to see color.
dude. I mean, he was so like I'd walk by him and he would be laying there and just go boom, play position. I'm like, dude,
Yeah.
chill, man, chill. And it was like no chill.
Oh, man.
So I took him out to the field and we just ran around. It was actually a really fun time.
That's awesome.
Tired him out. Then I made a little fucking bed for him, and I was like, brother, go to bed.
Yes.
And he just slept
You
all
shamaned.
night. I had to, bro.
You guided him.
I walked downstairs and was just like, fuck. He's like, what? And I was like, Jackson ate my crackers.
You have become Mr. Marsh from South Park. You really have. Like, oh, Jackson ate my crackers. Everything's fine. Oh, fuck.
I was like, shit, fuck. Yeah, man, that was I was trying to keep that under the belt, but
That's all right. It's nothing. You can't get in
it's an
trouble for
organic
that.
substance.
It's a fun
It's-
story.
it's a-
That's totally false. We're making it up.
Of course, jokes for the
She's
pod.
gonna buy that.
She knows. She's a dot connector, bro. She's gonna be
It's
like,
not hard to connect. It's pretty clear what happened here. We can get rid of that if you want to avoid that.
no, man, let it play.
Yeah,
It's good airtime.
that's just gonna be a fight in like a week, out of nowhere.
I'd rather fight about that than whatever I don't know we'll fight about later. So it's like,
Yes.
let me be prepared.
Yeah,
I'll build up some arguments. I'll build up a defense. So yeah, dude, I feel good. Yeah, we are. This podcast isn't a good place, bro. Besides the fucking bullshit, dude. I forgot about that.
YouTube?
I forgot we got assailed by a cyber criminal.
Yeah.
A
Is
cyber
that
fraud.
exactly what happened?
Dude, it has to be, man.
Did you send that to our inside man at the
I
YouTube?
Dude, I fucked up. I sent it, but I think I just sent it to you.
Yeah, I think so too.
We have a strong case for copyright fraud. Someone's doing fraudulent claims against us, so we have a strong case. I think we got to get a lawyer, though.
Shout out Ryan Long. He was quick to be like, "Here's what you got to do."
He's a great bro.
Hooked it up. He's an elite bro. But
He's a great bro.
one of the pieces of advice he had was tweet at my YouTube or whatever.
They did do a goddamn
Dude,
thing.
as soon as I was like, "Hey, YouTube, help out me and my friend Matt," like every comment was like, "Yeah, you fucking Jews, motherfuckers." I was like, "God damn it, this isn't helping." Yo, dude, I've been on my Twitter.
I heard you've been active,
tweeting.
dude. You've been active.
I'm active on Twitter now.
Yeah, dude, that's what's up.
Yeah,
I
nice.
like the format of just tweet and delete
Dude,
instantly.
you gotta delete it.
Treating it like Snapchat fucking rules. So then you can just be like, fucking tweet that. What are you
Yeah.
talking about?
Except one guy was just saving all of them.
Of course, dude.
That jerk.
It's not one guy. There's a couple probably characters doing that.
Last night, what, iPhone 12? Dude, iPhone 12 was so funny. I deleted all those like a coward. Every once in a while, Billy will guide me on what to say.
When Billy gets a hold of your
Oh,
social media, dude.
It's so funny.
He's got a lot of pent up social media energy too, because he's been fighting his demons.
Last night, he made me tweet like why not me or something like that. Like, why not me? If something like that with like emojis. And then the next one was like a picture of his phone. It was like iPhone 12, like the emoji with like swirly eyes. I started getting texts from people that were like,
Are you
all right? Is everything okay? You're spiraling.
You're having fun, dude.
I thought it was funny.
Don't they get the bit?
Some people do, but a lot of them don't. Like,
True.
dude, that one I posted of that tiger.
The tiger was the best.
Tiger on my Instagram, and people truly...
When you were like, you find out who your real friends are during your darkest periods.
I went through my darkest time alone, so sorry if I act like I don't need your help, but thank you to the select few that stood by me and helped me find the courage to pick myself back up. It's a picture of a tiger.
I mean, if you don't know,
It was like Tom Green commented, like, "We love you."
I mean, dude, imagine how sick it would be, because that is just like a wave of being you can be on, where you just like see that quote and you're like, "Fuck yeah, dude!" And you toss it out and you're like, "I fully, not ironically, stand behind this 100%."
Yeah, it's nice.
That rules, dude.
Yeah,
Fucking rules.
you would like Tom Green.
Tom
You
Green's
would like what he's up to.
What's he up to?
He just took his dog in a van and went fucking chilling in the desert.
What?
Yeah, bro. He needs your flute.
He picked up the bug out bag
Yeah.
and took off.
Yeah,
Yeah, Tom Green fucking rules. So they're just chilling in the desert in a van?
they were. I don't know if they are still, but
True.
you would have liked it. He would go live, just him and his dog chilling.
Yeah, that kind of rules.
That does rule.
I'm
I can
just
see
scared.
that in your future.
I'm scared of van life, dude. I don't want Brittany to freak out and kill me. You can get killed doing van life by your romantic partner.
You will get killed.
You might.
Almost always.
I
If
might
you
get-
van life long enough, somebody dies.
True that.
You can't. That's not a sustainable
Van life?
van life.
The urge to murder is probably so strong. It's you're like, yeah, me and my wife are going to drive cross country and live in a van. It's like, dude, are you trying to kill your wife?
Yeah.
That's the only viable alternative. Turn
Oh my
around.
God.
Turn around.
You ever stay in a hotel for more than 2 days with a woman?
Yeah.
It's just like, I wish I could go to a different room.
That's why they fucking make you can only open the windows for like 4 inches. Every
Kills
single time I open them, I'm like, God damn it, dude.
Oh fuck.
But yeah, man, dude, so yeah, Jamrock was sick.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Vacation with a lady.
Vacation with a lady.
Ooh la la. I'll say this. I don't look, you don't have to talk, you don't have to step on these grounds, but dude, when you go to vacation with a woman, they step it up, bro. When you go to
do step it
vacation
up.
with a girl, it's
pie time.
It's fucking fun time, dude. And you know, again, especially when you're dating for a long time, certain things go up on the top level of the shelf, and they don't want to reach up and grab them. You go on vacation, and it's just the smorgasbord, full smorgasbords.
Yes.
To the point where it's almost you're kind of like I could farm coconuts, bro. Let's stay down
Yeah.
here. Let's stay down here. I could fucking, if I live in the DR, I can touch the A.
You can get the A.
I can get the Amy.
The A.
Dude, now you can work from remote. There's so many people now working remote in the DR and
should
like
just
other
do
places.
Zoom comedy shows.
Just so you can get the A&E, dude.
Get like $10, do a Zoom comedy show, just stay in the DR
And just get A&E, dude.
all day.
Get A&E. And then eventually the polls shift. Eventually the polls would shift where you wouldn't get the A&E because that would become home. And then you come back to America and then you're getting A&E in the States.
You need to move. Yeah, dude, you gotta find ways. You're like a migrating animal.
Yeah.
You gotta find the water holes. You gotta constantly go to where the A&E is.
The A&E migrates, dude.
The A&E does migrate. The A&E needs to be somewhere special.
I know.
God.
That's evolutionary, dude. If you're a woman, that's like your ace of spades. You can't just be busting out the A&E everywhere.
The A&E.
You got to be like
Some girls bust the A&E out. They're just useless.
They must have grown up in lush environments where there was plenty of like wildlife. Because if you grew up amongst scarcity, you guard the A&E. Because you're
You
like,
have to. You
oh
can't.
no.
I need this. This is my ticket out of here.
Yeah, dude, we gotta find.
The
a
A&E
buffalo.
is their ticket to lush environments.
The A&E for
Yes.
sure, dude. For sure.
It's their golden ticket.
That's a travel agent, dude.
It's the chocolate factory.
Dude, it's like even if it's so powerful. I'm not even one of those guys that's like I demand butt sex. Just let my thumb touch it, bro.
Yeah,
Let the thumb grace the A&E, dude. I'm
Yes.
done. That's the eject button. If I touch the A&E, done.
yeah. It's actually a nice way to hit the eject button.
It's the best.
Sometimes if you can't crumb,
It's the ultimate
you're
way.
like, I gotta get out of this.
That's why it's there, dude. It's there strictly for heterosexual men to touch with their thumb. That's it.
Guard dog, you like touching the A&E?
If I could be honest with you guys, I just did mere hours ago.
We touched.
What the
What
fuck?
the
Wash
hell?
your damn
Not
hands.
not my eight, someone else's butt. I didn't get
Touch
my
your
butt
own
touched.
asshole?
No.
That's also the eject button.
I know that's
They
what
built
I
in
was
on you.
talking about.
If you have no A&E to touch, you are blessed with your own A&E if you have to hit the eject
True.
button.
Self-eject.
Oh, there's no darker period in your life than experimenting with your A&E and it's all over and you just go,
You've experimented with your A&E?
I've hit the eject button.
While
I
whacking off, you fingered your own butt.
No, I didn't finger my butt. I've literally touched the button. I didn't like jam. I've never jammed my finger up my butt.
So while whacking off, you did one of those?
I was touching the perineum, and then you just kind of go, "What's this A&E all about?" And you're done, and you go, "I don't want that in my life, dude."
Yeah.
I stood at the threshold of the
You
A&E.
sit on your roof.
Just the Coco Pelli, dude. But yeah, dude. Yeah.
Do you have any songs that would be appropriate for touching your own A&E in the guilt you might feel?
I would stay towards the bottom of the scale for sure. I wouldn't go up high at all.
No.
I would just fucking.
What have I done?
I would stay on those three notes. This is more for after you touch Bay's A&E. That's how this thing was built. The first three notes you play after you touch your A&E. The top three notes if you touch Bay's A&E. Oh.
I'm excited for you to hit that. Is that hash you're going to smoke out of that?
Yeah, it's yes,
Is that strong?
stronger
Stronger
than weed,
than
but
weed?
it's not. It's dry sift, so it's not like if it was bubble, then we'd have to have
Yeah.
I might have to have someone in white gloves come pick me up, dude, if it was bubble, but.
Yeah, it was one day we got fucked up. We became like almost like swingers.
Oh,
We would
yeah.
just wait at this bar, and then if another couple came, we'd be like, "Where are you guys from?"
You want vacation
Sick.
friends, yeah.
Vacation friends. We did make a vacation friend family.
Really?
Yes, it was a good time.
You got how much of a family? What was the setup?
It was a man and his woman and their 2 kids.
Oh, nice.
It was very fun.
It's
We had
good
a
swinging.
time.
That's good swinging.
That was great swinging. And the man opened up like
Did
a
he?
flower, dude.
Was he
opened up to
Canadian?
us. No, he was a black fellow from
Okay.
America.
Nice.
Which ruled.
Nice.
That helped us.
True.
That helped us feel a little less like
Yeah.
colonizers.
Sure, yeah.
You know, I let him boss around the Jamaicans.
I'm sure he
Tell him
probably
to
fucking.
get us stuff.
That's like a step down from the African, like the Caribbean dudes are like a intermediary step between
Yes.
African dudes and American black dudes. There's beefs, dude.
I mean, literally,
Yeah, true.
that's how that worked.
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, that's kind of how it's.
Yeah.
Sadly,
No, I hear what you're saying.
sadly,
But yeah, that's the how'd he feel about fucking was he bossing or was he very
I don't think he drank that much, and he did that day. He was drinking with us.
Really?
He got loose, and it was very funny.
God, that's gotta be
He
so
opened
fun.
up to us about getting like a DUI, like within like 10 minutes.
Everyone can get one, dude.
That's what I said to him. I was
Don't
like,
feel ashamed at all.
Don't feel bad.
Everyone can get one. 2, you got to start asking questions.
Yeah.
Everyone can get one DUI.
And then his son was like, he never talks this much. I was like, he's
How
having
old's the
fun.
boy?
That boy was probably 12.
Really? That's a good age.
Yeah.
That's a great age for a son.
I don't think he's ever seen his dad hammered like this. His dad
Really?
was fucked up. And then
Did you have any role in his state?
Of course I did. Of course. They were like, we're going to get out of here. I was like, dude, have one more. Come on, man.
You got him hammered.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yes. He got sick too.
Did he?
I saw him the next day at breakfast.
How was he feeling?
He had gotten very sick. He was bad.
What was he sipping on?
I was hammered, and I was like, damn, that guy's fucked up.
Really?
Yeah. They went and got a Bluetooth speaker. And like while he was
Strong move.
While he was carrying it back, he just stood there. It was like dancing. And
He was recharging
And everyone
himself.
was like, bring it into the pool. And he just wouldn't listen. And just
He had to recharge himself.
yeah. It was wonderful.
What was he jamming on?
We were listening to some cool rap.
Nice.
Yeah. We let Nikoi pick some.
Hell yeah.
Like, what do you like?
Was
He's
Nico-
like Drake. I was
Really?
like, bro, you're telling me.
Dude, they I think like mixes, like DJ mixes originated in Jamaica. Having
Really?
like a 7-song mix that you blend together, I believe that originated in Jamaica. So,
Jamaica's cool.
dude, Jamaica fucking rules.
Although the white people bothered the fuck out of me.
What were
They
they
were
up to?
embarrassing.
What were they up to?
There was
Showing
like a
their ass?
band. There was like a nice outdoor dinner area we were eating at, and there was like these 3 Jamaican dudes that were just playing sick music.
Yeah.
And they were like, "Do you have any requests? What do you want?" And this lady was like, "Play Bob Marley." And they were like, "Oh, of course, yeah."
Yeah. That's one of the
And then when the white people would respond in patois,
what?
and that annoyed the fuck out of me.
What?
Like the Jamaican guys were teaching them how to say like "Irie,"
Yeah.
and they'd be like, "Okay, man, Irie. All right, that's cool."
No, you have to go hit a full boomaclap. Like boomaclap.
I stood up.
Me don't need no lessons on this ting, dude.
Yeah, I showed them Chet.
What'd he say?
They were like, "What the fuck is this?" I was like, "Chet Hanks, dude. He's the
Tom
best."
Hanks' son.
Yeah, they didn't know Tom Hanks.
What? Good for them. Thank God he's never made his way down there.
Better at that pedophile.
That's might be the right's my favorite aspect of their political philosophy right now is to call every single person a pedophile and be like fucking pedophiles.
Yeah.
Dude. I really enjoy that. It's very funny to be like Tom Hanks, pedophile.
Mhm.
It's so funny. That must suck so bad. You know, because the left mischaracterizes people, and that's no fun. When you're like, "Hey, man, that's not what I am."
Racist, all that.
But they get
the
hit
right
with a
answer, dude.
pedo,
Everybody
bro.
was like, "Oh, you think being called racist is bad?
Yeah.
You fuck kids." It's like, wait, no, I don't.
What?
It's like, yeah, that's how this works.
It's like, yeah, like you say you like kids. It's like, well, yeah, everyone likes kids. It's like, pedophile.
Pedophile, dude.
Fuck.
Yeah, I was actually on the way here. I was listening to some cool shit you would have liked.
What are you listening on?
I unplugged my iPhone and it just happened to be on some type of like Rapture religious channel. It was awesome.
That is pretty tight.
We need to stop worrying about global warming, dude. That's earth worship.
True that.
That's very anti-biblical.
That's actually
A
true.
world government, which is what the earth worshippers want,
Yeah.
very anti-biblical.
Oh, big time, dude.
The Antichrist is coming.
Yeah, man. Give unto Caesar's what is Caesar, dude. But
Yep.
Caesar's trying to grab everything. And it's like, no. It's
Uh-huh.
coming, bro. But yeah, dude, we were down having a nice time in Florida where we all bought our flutes and stuff. Well, mine came from High Spirits. But we were having a
Yours was from white people, right?
Again, the one guy, the main person there, I believe, is a man. He's a Caucasoid.
Caucasoid, yeah.
Caucasoid. But again, I would imagine they work hand in hand with artists of all types. They're music first. They're not really so much on optics. They're music first. So, I would imagine they have some sort of program. Although my next flute probably will be from Blue Bear Flutes. That dude I've been watching a lot of his videos. Dude, there's a video where he's a flute maker, a native. He claims that he was playing one time, fell asleep, continued to play while he was asleep, and then like when he came to, everyone's like,
Just
dude.
snored into a flute. You can put a flute in a horse's nose and it'll...
He was like, guys, they told me I passed out and I was sleeping, but like I was sitting up and I like came to. And
What
I'd
are
been
all these
playing the
weird
whole time.
flexes all these dudes do?
I mean, dude, he's just telling.
This is why you like this shit.
What are you talking about, dude?
You love these types of like
Like what?
dickheaded flexes.
What are you?
Where you're like,
It's not
bro.
dickhead.
bro, I just have this like spirituality and
Dude, if you
I'll sit up on the roof and just play.
you don't understand this instrument, dude. This instrument, I'm telling you. First of all, how do you play with eyes closed or eyes open?
With what?
The flute. Your eyes should be closed when you play this. Your
I
eyes
always
are
close
closed.
my eyes closed.
Of course. And when your eyes are closed, dude, I'm with the guy. I haven't fallen asleep yet, but you do go other places. Dude, you play the thing and like 4 minutes go by like in a second. It's fucking sick. So I'd appreciate it if you didn't come at me.
I'm not coming at you.
I'd appreciate if you didn't attack my music.
I'm not attacking you, but I will say this: that is right up your alley.
What? Just fucking music? Yeah, for sure.
No,
Love
just
making music.
a guy making a YouTube video and being like, I fell asleep and just kept playing. Dude.
I am a sucker
And you're,
for.
like,
I am a
sitting
sucker
there,
for.
like, that's cool.
What's that word? Apocryphal. I'm a sucker for apocryphal tales. They're like they're like wildly exaggerated stories that are just taken to be true because they like sound so cool.
Yeah.
I mean, this dude claims, look, I don't. You can take it up with the owner of Blue Bear Flutes, but
Maybe I will.
his advice is pretty solid because he's like, this is a trick to playing the flute. And really, it's like before you play, you close your eyes and you breathe and you start just picturing a thing, and then you try to play that thing. So,
What do you mean? Like picture like
your love for your child, love for your podcast partner. I don't know, just like stuff.
would you play me a song that made you think of love of me?
Oh yeah, I could play. I mean, I could play a picture.
What would that sound like? What are you thinking about? What are you thinking about?
Huh?
What were you thinking about?
Thinking about you, dude. You hear when I went up high? I was like,
Yeah,
same about you.
it was very nice.
Thank you. I was
You
trying
know
to.
how like if Billy gets a hold of my social media, people are like, "Are you all right?" I get text about you. When you started going on Instagram, people are like, "Is he good? Is he all right?" And I'm like, "Yeah, dude. This is the best he's been. This is good."
Easily, dude. Easily the best. Yeah, dude. I don't. It is for me. It is very, very fun to go live and hit a Native American
Yeah,
flute.
of course.
But yeah, I like.
I got to go back to what I getting drunk on live.
Dude, that was the funniest shit in the world.
I only did it like twice.
Getting drunk on live and then featuring Big Phil on there was the funniest fucking thing.
Oh, dude, I got in a battle with some family members on Thanksgiving.
What happened?
It was battle
They
time.
ran into was it Buzzsaw v Buzzsaw or was it?
It was me and my lady. It was a buzzsaw.
She's a Buzzsaw.
Dude,
Wait,
couple drinks. We're talking Gutfeld. We're talking Gutfeld.
She's
she
on
turns
Feld.
into me and her turn into two Gutfelds ourselves. And these fucking dumb liberals were trying to come at us.
What?
We were both sitting there like, yeah, right.
So there were some libs.
There were some libs. There were some libs in my family. All Thanksgiving, no politics. And then we got back to my parents' house, had a couple cocktails.
Yeah.
That's when it started. Then the vaccine talk started.
Really?
Yeah. Good vaccine talk.
Yeah.
They want the mandates. They want the federal government mandating it.
Shit.
And I was like, bro, we can't do that.
You got to hop on to Hoss's Substack.
Why?
Hoss has a Substack where he lays out perfect little arguments against when people hit you with it. You read it and you're just like, perfect.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're like 1 minute. They're like quick little things. Hoss is just crunching numbers.
They have
bro.
theirs.
Yeah,
MSNBC and
they're-
CNN give them their responses.
Did you see that thing on The View? When they had the lady. So there's apparently a lady who
God
used
damn, I got a bit of a cough.
You got a cough.
Could be COVID.
Bro, I hate. I don't want to be cavalier about it, but it's I'm at the point where I'm like, I had to have been exposed to it by now.
Yeah.
Had to have been exposed to it. Not everything links up to every. I have a weird.
When I was
body.
at Rogies, I had been exposed to it.
Yeah, dude,
Yeah.
you have immunity. I'd love to see my antibodies. I might not have any antibodies.
I had thick antibodies.
You had some good bands.
Yes.
I might just be no antibodies at all. It might just completely pass through me.
There's a decent chance.
I'm telling you, I don't. But I did. Apparently, though, I know someone who just got it and they were like, it fucking crushed.
Really?
them. They got fucked.
Yeah. I'm
So-
sure if I get it again, I'll get the business.
No, you
I
probably
got lucky with the first one.
No, dude, it would. I mean, according to everything else, it should be less severe. You have natural antibodies. You have the mark of the
The
beast.
vaccine.
You have the mark of the beast.
I do have the mark of the beast. What the fuck, dude? You want to make fun of me for
bro.
getting a vaccine?
I'm kidding. No,
That's not spiritual of you
I'm kidding,
to
dude.
criticize your friends.
It's a joke, dude. In a spiritual circle, you would joke about stuff like that. Obviously, you know it doesn't matter. either way. This is the fucking physical realm. I'm not going to get hung up on it.
The
either way.
Antichrist is coming.
Nah, dude. Oh, this is actually what you reminded me of. So we were in Florida. We're down there in Florida. And we're having a nice time, dude. There's a band playing like early 90s hits. Some guy in long hair was playing like Guns N' Roses and shit.
That's Florida.
3-piece band, power trio, which you know me, and you know I love power trios.
Yes.
So there's a power trio. I was waiting to see your face go. So they're fucking killing it, dude. It was awesome. And then these guys come, same thing of like, repent now or go to hell.
Yes.
So all these families are having a fun time, and they're like, nice, man. And all of a sudden they're just like, you will go to hell. After, and you're watching everyone. I just watched everyone's face go like, I forgot we die. Fuck. Everyone's like grabbing their kids, just like.
A power trio banging Guns N' Roses, you're like, I might never die.
Oh, for sure.
Death is not real.
Oh, dude, it was time stopped. Everyone's having fun. You know, it's like everyone's dancing, having a good time. Kids are dancing, and people were just like, sinners repent. You're going to hell. The world's ending. And everyone's just like the dudes would be like, because you can't, like, I guess you don't want to punch them in the face, but the dudes will kind of look at them like, shut the fuck up, dude. Stop talking about hell right now.
Yeah.
What the fuck's your problem? Dude, dudes will like perk up and be like, fucking, I'm not going to fucking hell, dude. Fuck you.
Yeah.
So funny.
Those guys are the best, though.
But it was wholesome.
I do support them.
We're having wholesome fun. It wasn't like, if it was like a porn convention, yeah, but like, we're just people were sitting there with their kids watching music, and they're like, devils, go to hell.
Yeah.
And they're like, dude, come off of it, man.
They're fun, though.
It is fun. It was very fun to watch the music sound and that the way everyone's interacting with that, and then like apocalyptic messaging, and watch people like those two worlds they collided for a second. Everyone was just like in the middle. It was like, I used to love her, playing that Guns N' Roses. Dude, it was so fucking funny to watch dudes flex like, fuck you, dude, you're going to hell. Yeah, it was.
I liked them when they were at Drexel, when we would get to see those boys.
That was like, they were the real. They were the guys coming down being like, you're gay.
Yeah.
Yeah, those dudes were wicked.
People would try to talk shit and be like, actually, we're allowed to do whatever we want. They'd be like, slut.
Yeah.
Everyone would be like, yo.
Those dudes did crush.
Yeah.
Those
They
dudes
crushed me. They knew my weakness.
hit you with Notre
They're
Dame
like,
sucks.
Notre Dame sucks. And I was like, whoa, dude.
Fuck, dude. What is this magic, dude? Yeah, that was pretty wicked.
He knew I was a papist.
He did.
That's why he was mad.
Yeah, true.
He saw the Notre Dame and he was like, fucking papist.
Those guys
pedophile.
hate popes.
Yeah.
Do they? Westboro Baptist hates his pope? Makes sense. I can see that. The Pope, gay guys. Who else is on their shit list? I think it's just
Jews.
Pope and Jews.
Oh, big
Westboro
time.
Baptist?
Yeah.
Interesting.
They killed Jesus, according to the Westboro Baptist.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's beef, you know. Well, they
denied the Messiah.
biblically, no, they know. He wasn't in Romania. I mean, that's a historical fact. So, like, you know, yeah, you can say that. Pontius Pilate didn't want to do it.
Yeah.
He's like, what problem do you have with this man?
Yeah.
And they're all just
like,
kill him. Kill him. Kill him.
And Pontius Pilate was like, yeah, I don't care. Kill him.
I'm in a good place in my life. I've totally forgiven the Jews for killing Jesus. I'm like totally over it now.
Yeah.
I mean, when I was like 6, 7, 8, 9, I was like genuinely like, what the fuck? I was pissed.
Yeah, we would get that pamphlet. Remember when we do Stations of the Cross?
Yeah, dude.
And then one of the pictures was like, but the Jews said, crucify him.
Yeah,
crucify him.
Yeah.
I was like,
dude, I've like researched this not long ago I was like, what's like because a lot of religions have like a mystical sect, and apparently Jews do have the Kabbalah, but I was trying to look up like what is the actual, like what's the point of it? What's the end? Usually there's a state you're trying to reach. And I'm like, I was looking into like Jewish spirituality, and there's a big problem in Judaism right now where like I was reading this, a Jewish person was writing this saying like, we don't have really a real spiritual tradition.
yeah.
But it's like, it's kind of Christian. If you want to be spiritual as a Jewish person, it's like Christianity kind of like came in and was like, here's the fucking, kind of took the sauce.
Can we take a pause for a second?
Take a pause.
I need a pause here.
Take a pause.
I have a fucking dang gum thing in my throat.
To get a dang of thing out.
God damn it.
Singing so I can sing it myself.
Oh my God.
Ugh, get some fresh air in here. That's actually really nice. That's really nice.
We're back.
We back, dude.
Sorry,
We
I
back
got a
on.
bit of a frog in my throat.
That happens, man.
It's because I was hitting a vape yesterday.
You're in the vape.
Yeah.
And what time did you go to bed?
Right now, I just started talking and my throat hurts.
What time did you go to bed?
Fuck.
I got cough drops in my bag if you want one.
Yes, please.
All right.
We went to bed. We probably left there like 2. I can't believe Billy was still there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not boozing, not partying, but just being a jerk.
He wasn't boozing.
No. No, he didn't drink at all. Spud was drinking.
I was drinking.
You were having too much.
Bagged up.
You were banged up. That was fun to see. Thank you very much, Matthew.
Of course, bro. Of course.
Fuck.
What?
Wait,
For real,
can I
dude.
have more stuff?
Yeah, that's careful though. That's high menthol. I don't know how you guys do cough drops. I go high menthol. Dude, I hit Brittany with that all the time, dude. It pisses her off. I'm like, this is. I always read the grams. I'm like, this is 5 more milligrams of menthol than usual. Like, just so you know. She goes, you stop. I love pissing her off when she's in a bad mood. She's like, I'm really in a bad mood right now. And I'm like, okay. I'm like, so it's pretty nice. Look at that sky, dude. It's so fun to do
Yeah.
that. Like, look how beautiful the sky is.
Yeah, I get
You
mad.
stop.
I've been with my lady for a long period of time. Just
2
now.
weeks.
Yeah, of like kind of nonstop.
Yeah,
No real fights.
that's good.
Although one night, oh dude, it was so funny. Every once in a while, she'll try to fight, and
Really?
she had nothing. We were at like a 5-star resort. I was spending $1 million
You
on
fucked
this
up.
fucking thing.
Dude, that text was killing me. I blew it. I blew it.
Dude, I fucked up. This place is the most expensive place I've ever been.
I was laughing. I'm not going to eat for the rest of the trip.
Dude, we got our first fucking tab back. It was like $250 for like 2 cheeseburgers.
Jeez.
Yeah, they got me. Yeah. Anyway,
At least I'm belly not hungry though, dude.
no, my belly been bunda. Fucking
I'm belly
very
hungry,
full,
dude. I'm belly hungry.
But
That feed the Utes, dude.
in the middle, big shout out to them Utes. Massive. We're just sitting there. We started talking about Brian Laundrie and the girl he killed in the van.
Okay, yeah.
And then out of nowhere, she just goes, "You don't even know how old Brian Laundrie was." And I was like,
What's that got to do
what?
with it?
She stormed off back to the room.
What?
And I
Wait, what was
like-
the argument though?
There was no argument.
Well,
We were in the middle of just talking about it and
Yeah.
like laughing.
yeah,
We were having a good, the whole thing was good.
sure.
And then out of nowhere, she was just like,
She turned on you.
she bucked so hard, but she didn't have anything to be mad at.
Sure.
So she just goes, "You don't even know how old Brian Laundrie was." And I was like, "Wait, what? What are you doing?" And she's like, "I'm going to my room." And she started walking away, and I was like, "Why are you? What are you doing?
Dude, what is this?
What are you even? That's what you're mad at? I didn't know how old Brian Laundrie was."
I assume he's in his 30s.
Yeah,
Did you look it up?
I guess he was the same age as her, or close. He was young,
Okay.
something like that.
That guy wasn't in his 30s?
Maybe he was. Maybe my woman.
You're telling me that guy must be a relationship prodigy to be that wise and that young?
But yeah, I don't know. And
I
then
gotta stop making fun of the dude who murdered his girlfriend in van life.
he killed himself in a swamp.
No, he's 24.
He killed himself. He's 24?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wait, no. Yeah.
People usually save that for like the twilight of their years.
Yeah.
Plot it out. That's the
Utes.
problem. He did
was
it.
a Ute.
He tried to do it too early. You gotta wait. If you want to kill your wife, dude, you gotta wait.
Them wanna kill them
you gotta
gal.
wait, man.
But
you gotta do well time.
she realized what she had done because I was like, "You can't be mad at me."
Yeah.
Like while she was walking away, I was like, "This isn't nice." Oh, I'm sorry. This isn't nice. I hit her with one of those, and she turned around. She was like, "Actually, I just wanted to get my vape." I was like, "So that's how you did it, you fucking psycho?"
So it's nicotine cravings.
Yeah,
That's nicotine cravings, dude.
I know, but she instead of just being like, "Hey, I want to go get my vape," which would have been, I'd have been like, "Oh, great, go get
Yeah,
it."
what? You didn't have to get
Instead, it
psyop.
was like, "You don't even know how old Brian Laundrie was." I'm out of here. It was the craziest move I've ever seen.
Dude, it is impressive the levels to which they can like mentally dodge and weave to psyop. They can play on like 90 levels, dude. It's insane.
Yeah, but it's dumb. It's always dumb.
It stinks for sure, but
They
it's
just
so
know they can get away with it.
I know, but it's so effective.
I mean, yeah,
Like-
all spaz.
Dude, you can be talking and they'll hit you with like something that's not even true from like 3 months ago that you're like, I can't disprove this.
Yeah.
It's like you've gone beyond the limits of my memory and I'm pretty sure that's not right. Dude, it's insane. It's like, Mel, you said you're gonna, and it's like, I don't remember.
Yeah.
And you're like, did I say? You're like, fuck. It's like, that's not the fucking
You don't
point
even know
here.
how old Brian Laundrie is. I'm out of here. I was like, what the fuck are you mad at? But it was funny because like literally like the sun was setting. We were at an outside like it was beautiful.
It's as beautiful
on
as
the
possible.
beach. We were on the beach.
It's beautiful
And
spot.
I was like, "You're mad at me? You're mad right now."
That's good. That's good. That was instantly resolved in a friendly way. If you get into a deep fight in a tropical climate, that's the darkest you could. That's like the darkest period of relationships possible.
Yeah,
Getting in like a
vacation flights are.
vacation flights are tough stuff.
I would take
dude.
my girl to Notre Dame every year, and I would get in a vicious fight with her.
Yeah.
Every game.
That's tough.
Every time I would take her to a Notre Dame game, I'd be blacked out.
Yeah.
There would be a battle.
You're having a good
They
time.
like to fight you when you're hammered
Oh,
because they know you can't defend yourself.
true.
They know in the morning you can't be like, "You were wrong." She's like, "You were fucked up. You don't
Yeah.
even know." And I
You're
was like,
like-
"I think I was right."
Yeah, like I think I still had the threads of a correct argument.
Yeah.
I might have been repeating myself here and there, but that doesn't matter.
Yeah, I might have been scream repeating myself for 3 straight hours. I told you I didn't want to walk that way. I told you I'm not going to the bookstore. That was one fight.
I got in tons of. We went there. That was a nonstop fight until the game. Once you saw the magic of the kickoff, we had a good
Once
time.
you saw the Irish take the field.
And there was an old couple I think that was trying to swing. There's an old couple that kept inviting, like, come stay at our house. And I was like,
Yeah.
It's like, it's nice. I'm like, let's
You're
go
trying
back.
to fuck us.
Let's go back to the house. This
Trying
guy's
to
gonna
fuck me in my
This guy's
mouth.
gonna fuck me in front of you, and I don't want to have it.
Yeah.
Dude. I'm not in a position to defend myself right now.
True.
This guy's gonna kebab me, dude. It's just gonna be you and his wife having a good old time.
You got bummed, dude.
If I got kebabbed out in fucking Indiana,
South Bend?
South Bend, that'd be tough, dude. It's probably
People
a nice house though.
Probably.
I feel like the houses out there are probably like very pleasant.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
South Bend's shitty, but yes. Around
Yeah.
Notre Dame, definitely.
South Bend's fucked up.
The town, yeah, it's shitty.
Is it like old coal miner town?
It's like Harrisburg.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I was surprised. I was shocked at the state of our capital.
What do you mean?
The capital is in total disarray when I went to Harrisburg that one time. Dudes are getting pepper sprayed and shit.
Oh, when we got pepper
Yeah.
sprayed on 2nd Street?
Yeah, dude.
Oh, that's
That's our capital. I mean,
That's what happens. Bro.
I might start going around like those Jesus dudes, like, this is our capital.
They're there.
This is who?
They
The
go
Jesus
there.
dudes?
The
or
Jesus dudes go to the
capital? I might be
Capitol.
a capital freak. Just be like,
Oh, you
have
might-
some respect for this capital.
Yeah.
Just like a civic doomer. It's going
Do
up.
that
and
on
like,
2nd Street.
I might.
Like when everyone's partying, be like, "Do you even realize what types of laws are being passed only a football field away?"
Yeah, dude.
You motherfucker! You don't even know.
Oh, dude.
You don't even know how old Brian Laundrie
At least you
was.
kept it amicable. That's nice that you're able to be
It
come
was
on,
it
babe.
was so funny that I was not mad.
Yeah.
I was just like, "Wait, what?
That's the key, dude.
What?"
That's the absolute secret level of Westworld when you just go like, I don't know what you're doing. I'm not doing this.
She's usually good about it. One time she tried to fake cry, and I called her on it, and it was very funny. She started laughing.
Dude, it's crazy.
They're wild.
You can't, I'm telling you, you
I'm
have
like, wait,
to,
what do you do? You're crying right now?
You have
I
to let
know
them-
you're not crying.
you can't hold them to bro standards, dude. That's the number one mistake
Because it was
people
such a bad acting
Yeah.
cry. She was like, "But and then you were mean to me." And I was like, that's not real.
make. That's not even a thing.
You're trying to cry right now. What are you doing?
Oh, you pierce the veil.
Sometimes you have to. Every once in a while, you try to call their bluff, and they're really crying.
True.
Like, you're not really crying. She's like,
Dude.
All right, sorry.
There's nothing worse.
They're crying, babe.
Girl, when babes cry, I instantly I'm done. I can't do anything. I'm just like, you win, fucking, I'm done.
You have to
I
leave
quit.
the room.
I quit. You walk
That's
out.
the move. If they
Get
start
yourself
crying,
together.
you say, "I'm not going to be a part of this weakness.
True. I'm getting out of here. Yeah,
I
dude.
don't want that to spread to me."
Yeah, or maybe just a fucking soft kiss on the forehead and be like, get yourself together.
Oh,
bitch."
dude, my dad cried at Thanksgiving.
Did he really?
Yeah.
What did he cry on?
He was supposed to say grace. And he's like, "And thank you, God, for all these beautiful children in our lives." I was like, "Dad, you bitch.
He's such a sweetheart.
You
bro.
cried?" Phil cried.
Dude, that's such
He
a
was thinking
sweet-
about all his new grandchildren.
and he just cried on it. That's a beautiful Thanksgiving, dude. He welled up.
What do you think of that, motherfucker?
Did he ever cry for you guys?
Probably.
Also, he's in later years, so it's like you do get a lot more.
Yeah, and he's got four grandkids now.
Yeah,
And he spends all day with them.
You get pretty sensitive,
Yeah.
bro. Gotta give the old man. Dude, I was thinking about that too. How everyone who has kids tries to talk everyone who doesn't have kids. But fuck, you guys have to have it. It's the
Yeah.
craziest thing to try to sign people up for. It's insanity to be like, when are you guys gonna spit a
When
couple
are
out?
you gonna have a kid? It's like,
I'm telling you, it is fun. It is joyous. But to be like at the level people are like, how many people did it to me of like, yo, you guys have some kid. You do it and you're like, dude, they fucking cut my wife open, dude.
Oh,
It's like, you're signing me up for what?
bro.
That's just level one.
My
And then
friend
it's
was
just
telling me about his lady. She got a C-section,
Mhm.
and while they were pulling the child out, the child crapped in the wound. It got like deathly infected.
Yeah.
This woman had to have like several surgeries. She was like dying, and my friend
dude.
is the father, and
He's
he
just-
was just watching his bae. Like he said, he like walked into the room, and she was like green, like
Yeah, man.
laying there. Like, I need to go to the doctor,
Dude, it's like
It's infected. He was like, oh my
we've
god.
made a lot of advances, but childbirth does take, even if it's only for a split second, it takes you back to like fucking 10,000 BC, where you're just like, this could go very wrong.
Yeah.
And it's probably way scarier back then, but dude, it's like,
wild back then.
I mean, dude, yeah, dude, you would knock your bae up, and there was like a fucking coin flip. She
Solid
was gonna
chance
make
she's
it.
gonna die.
Coin flip, dude.
Yeah.
Coin flip.
And the Chirin is also probably gonna
Cheering
die.
just becomes legend, obviously. If the woman's
Yes.
like, look after him, it's like, well, this guy will become a great fucking
Yeah, he's gonna be awesome.
Jedi or whatever.
Or I'm gonna hold it against him his entire life. I'm like,
True.
You killed my fucking wife.
Killed
you
my wife,
Piece
you
of shit.
fucking asshole.
You
Yeah,
don't
but then
even
you get to
know.
marry like your 14-year-old cousin, so you know you don't want
That's
to
a
look. You don't want to
jackpot.
look a gift horse in the mouth, dude.
True. I just saw that babe at Thanksgiving. She's looking right. I just saw that kid.
You're at the festival. You're like you're scheming. You're like, she might not make it through childbirth. That's such a horrendous thing to say.
What?
Just scheming on your fucking
Praying that your wife doesn't survive
so you
childbirth.
have sex with your young
You
cousin.
see a 14-year-old walk there.
You wait till your son comes of age to give him the ultimate high five. Son,
Bro.
I want you to reach age so we can have this, but high five.
You hooked it up, dude.
You fucking.
I don't know if you know this. You didn't even know what you were doing. You got your paw some good pussy. Now that's a podcast. I apologize, dude.
Dude, this thing obviously blocked me.
That
The
could've-
sonic force field I left up here was not going to let that thing hit me.
Yeah.
That didn't even hit the metal, dude. It was actually like right in front of my nose, and I actually
Really?
fell asleep for a second.
I'd like to kill you. I wish you would
You want
die
me to
during
die?
childbirth.
I might die of childbirth.
And then I'll fuck Sean.
I wonder how many dads died during childbirth. They were just like, oh.
Probably a lot of heart attacks.
True.
But that's a very stressful thing. Don't dudes faint constantly.
That's true.
Yeah.
Damn fucking Bateman, dude, who faint when they see blood. Fucking, "Ugh." You can't faint. That would suck, dude. If you're the
I
wife
don't
and
get
you're,
dudes that faint when they see blood.
yeah, dude, they were the guys that weren't
I
allowed in
kind of
battle.
like when I'm bleeding severely.
Do you really?
Yeah.
So you're fucking. You come from probably glorious stock.
If
Dude.
I see like a huge cut, I'm like, yo,
You
this is
saw
wild.
mine, dude. You saw mine. Mine,
Yeah.
I was
I felt
gushing
nothing.
blood. I know. It's the voice of reason, dude. You might be a fucking banner carrier, dude. As an ancient
a flag
warrior.
guy.
As an ancient warrior. No, I'm saying
We're
like
going slow.
you pick up the flag.
Yeah.
Once the flag guy drops, everyone's like, "What the hell?" You probably grabbed it. Your ancestors probably
Yeah,
grabbed
guys.
the flag.
Dude, I heard some great stories about Ajax.
What?
He got a funny haircut when you guys were at Fogo de Chao. Do you remember that?
Yeah, dude.
I don't know if we're allowed
He
to
had
go
a-
into
you
it.
can go into it. He had
It's
a
the
Swedish,
funniest
He had a
story.
Swedish haircut. He for some reason copped like a Swede boy.
Yeah.
It was
He did
insane.
a full Amish, like.
Yeah, dude. He did the bowl. He bowled out.
And can we say why, or is that bad?
I have no idea why.
What was the celebration for? Do you remember why you guys were at Fogo de Chao with him?
Oh, he was going. He had to do a bid, bro.
He had to go to jail. So he got a Swedish haircut.
we just said no.
The Cuskers took him to Fogo de Chao the night before jail. And he showed up with a fucking bowl cut. They were like, what the fuck's that? He's like, I had to get it cut for jail.
That's the way to go in on the inside, bro.
I know, just
To catch a
fully
bowl?
retarded.
I forgot he got a bowl, bro.
He got a fucking Amish bowl.
He bowled up. That's
He
terrible.
ate as much steak as he could and went to jail the next day.
Also, free my other boy. My other boy's doing a holiday DUI bid.
Nice.
Free my other boy. I'm trying to visit him, man. They're making it's a pain in the fucking ass.
You know what's funny though is they said they offered him he could do weekends.
no, you
And
don't.
he was
do it.
like,
you gotta do
nah,
it
fuck
straight
it.
through,
Let's
bro.
just get it right over with. He was like, I'll do 90 straight days.
All the goats, dude.
Yeah.
Dude, no, year of weekends is hell. You just get it. You fucking bang it out. I'm telling you, a year of weekends. I just talked to my boy who did
Remember
this.
Hambone? Hambone was doing weekend jail.
Dude,
you remember
it's
that guy?
fucking hell, man.
Yeah, he'd have to drive. He'd be like, all right, fellas, I'll see you. And have to go drive himself to jail every
Could
weekend.
drive myself to jail for the
and
weekend.
then just go sleep on a cot at like a county prison every
I
weekend.
mean, if you show up for one weekend, clearly you learned your lesson. You can
Yeah.
show. You don't have to go. That's ridiculous, dude. That's ridiculous.
Oh.
Yeah, dude. The Aston PD beat the fuck out of my boy. He's an old man.
Yeah.
He's old.
He's the one in.
Yeah, he's my boy, dude. He's going. I'm fucking waiting. I'm trying to visit him. They're giving me a bunch of bullshit about getting on the list. It's fucking nonsense, dude. His lady tried to show up, and they're trying to say like her shoes were too revealing.
Yeah.
They don't want you wearing, you know.
Fellas will whack their penises off if they see some feet.
Bro, it's bullshit. I mean, dude, Aston PD, I don't, you know. Obviously, I'm thin blue line, but dude, that's not the way you conduct yourself as an officer. I saw the footage, bro. That's not how you
ass.
Bro, it's on camera. They whooped his fucking ass. An old man beat his ass.
What was he doing?
Fucking blacked out, dude. Look,
Blacked out, right?
It was COVID. They're putting out the slushies. Nobody knew how strong those slushies were. And, you know, some of us have fucking diabetes. So you take like 3 of those down, you black out from like the whatever alcohol they put in them. The diabetes starts acting up.
Next thing you know,
Tire comes off the truck. You're driving down.
Rodney Kinged.
You're getting fucking kinged up, dude. Dude, that was the fair. To be fair, it's like you're geese. You don't know what these slushies are all about. You sip 3 of them, you're blacked out. Everyone was blacking out. All the geezers were blacking out from slushies. That was a dark period, dude. When everyone was drinking outside with those slushies during COVID.
I don't remember slushies.
Dude, they had them where you could. You were what? No. You could pull up and take. You could go to like to keep bars alive.
Bars. Yes.
They started doing slushies to go, so you could pull up, cop slush, and then just drive off. You don't think you're not going to take a sip? Who among us is not going to take a sip of a slushie until you get? Nobody's getting into their house and being like, "Finally, I can have this slushie." I
got a sandwich on the way here.
Where is it?
I should bring.
Where is it?
I didn't start the car. Exactly. I listened to. That's why I was late. I apologize.
Who among us, dude?
I listened to biblical revelations.
Nice.
And ate a sandwich.
Fuck yeah. That's good listening.
I literally, when they handed me the sandwich, I was like, I'm going to take this to Billy's. I got to eat it there. I got to get there on time. I sat down. I was like, I'm going to have a bite.
I'm not going to, I'm not going to make the, because especially when like the lunch meat makes the roll all kind of
can't
wet.
Have a soggy sandwich.
Nah, man, I got to eat that fresh. But yeah, dude, who amongst us, when they passed that bill, they knew what they were doing.
They knew exactly.
That's DUI city. Did you hear overdoses? They finally got the numbers on drug overdoses 2020 to 2021.
I bet they're pretty high.
100,000, dude. 100,000. I don't know if that's fatal or just reported overdoses.
No, it's got to be fatal.
I think it's fatal, bro. 100,000. Now, here's what they're saying, and I don't know if you remember this. Remember I don't know if it was a year or 2 ago, I was like, dude, black people are about to start getting crushed by pain pills. I was trying dude, all my bros I know who are getting into the perks, who are black, I was like, dudes, you don't know what you're doing. Leave these things be.
Leave them to the whites.
We did this. This did not go well. And I don't think you guys are taking these things like they're nothing. And they lead to heroin. Oh, dude, man, all this shit. I'm like, no, I'm telling you, dude.
Yeah.
This isn't cool. Migos isn't, they like dudes would like tell me like, yeah, but like, what about like Meek Mill pops? I'm like, yeah, he's going to jail for dirt bike stuff, dude. That's not the dude you need life advice from, dude. So he, now they're spinning it because they're like, they didn't want that to come out, like, because it's like, you don't want anything to make the lockdowns look bad.
Yeah.
100,000 people dead from the fucking dude, from overdoses. Which again, where did that come from? Remember when all of a sudden like the same companies that are saving us were like, oh yeah, here, you're going to have heroin, by the way.
Yeah.
The people we're trusting our health advice with gave us heroin. And now they're saying it's disproportionately affecting black people and Latinos. That's because all the white people who would do it are dead from it. So it's like, they're like, well, now the numbers are creeping up. So now it's like, it's hitting them real hard. And they're turning the surge in opiate overdoses into a racial issue. And it's you motherfuckers, dude.
Of course they are.
You motherfucking weasels.
They're pretty good.
It has nothing to do with the fact that you sold heroin to everybody, claiming it wasn't addictive. And all of a sudden it's like, well, this is all because of racism. And it's like, dude, I read that and I was just like, oh, God.
It's a good move. Sell people
the optics are strong.
Deadly drugs and then be like, you guys are being racist. Wait, what happened? I can't believe how racist you guys are being. 100,000 dead? That's pretty racist.
It's crazy.
You guys.
It's fucked up.
Not us.
It's crazy. It's fucking crazy, man. I read that and I was like, motherfuckers, dude. And I try to warn my bros. I said, guys, dude, I know you think the Migos are cool and all of this shit, but like I'm telling you, these things are wildly addictive.
To be honest, though, there were a lot of people that were being pretty racist about it.
The what?
I remember some black some black people in
Oh,
the black
about the
community were
opiate
like,
shit?
oh, now that it's white people, you got a problem with it. It's like,
Oh,
no,
yeah.
this is a pretty serious problem.
Dude, that was my argument.
And
in
guess what? Now it's come to you guys.
Oh, it's fucking.
And I bet we all care the same because it's not racist.
Bro, they're going to have that's
How about
going to skyrocket. That's going to skyrocket up, dude. That's like, because the whites got hit with it. And it just,
The white people.
it just goes out.
White people.
Dude, so when I was in graduate school, they talked about that. They're like, well, nobody cared about crack, but everyone cared about opiates. And I'm like, dude, it's different though. Like, your doctor didn't give you crack. Now, if you want to talk about the CIA infiltrating black, and like, dude, no one
Yeah.
wanted to get on that. I'll be like, I'll give it to you. The CIA infiltrated black communities. Dude, all the honks would just be like, well, yeah, dude, don't get me. I love these
It's fun
things,
to
dude.
do that, though. That's my favorite part. Let's end this one and go.
Where we at?
We're at 108, but we did 104 technically.
That's fine. That's a perfect episode.
Don't split fucking hairs, Guardian. I'm kidding.
Sean, you acted like a fucking piece of shit last night. You want to know something, though, for real? You acted like a sack of shit.
Fuck, dude.
You should have seen him out there.
He was wilding out.
We were sitting up in that upstairs bar so you could see the sidewalk out
Yeah.
front. We got a new Lemaire, dude. We got a new Mr. Cool when you and me aren't around.
Really?
Guard dog holds it down.
Holding court.
I heard him out there. He was like, yeah, I wrote all Shane's roast jokes on that thing. And I was like, you wrote fucking one of them, dude.
Damn.
I grabbed him by his ear out front.
You said
He didn't know I was
you twisted
there.
his ear
I
up.
said, get in here, mister. Sat him down. I said, let me see your phone. Show us pictures of that girl.
I want to bring that back, dude. I think kids, people have stopped hitting kids, but we got to get back into like ear twist hair. My dad was a big hair
I
puller.
used to get the back of the neck like that.
Yeah, dude.
dig in on the
that
back.
fucking sucked.
Yeah.
Yeah, kids need it, man. I'm watching kids just get absolutely pussified.
I'm going to yank guard dog's ear next time I hear him bragging.
Twist his hair, dude. A hair pull fucking stunk.
Hair pull's crazy.
My dad would grab our hair and be like, get
God
over here.
damn.
Dude, it sucked.
That's because you guys were a bunch of long hairs.
Dude,
Like hippies.
my dad would make my brother cut it. He would go like this. My brother would my dad would pull his bangs down and go, cut him over. My brother would be like, I don't want to fucking cut it. They were trying to go like a fish concert. My dad would be like, cut your fucking hair, dude.
Cut your hair.
Tom, like, my bangs are here. My dad would pull them down. Like, they're past your goddamn eyes. Mayor, cut them. My mom would fucking dude.
Give him the bowl.
Give him
Give him the Ajax. The Ajax prison
Give him
cut.
the Dutch boy. Yo, if you hit prison with a bowl, bro, nobody's fucking with you.
Especially he's huge.
He's a big boy.
Going in with an Amish bowl like a bob. Spud likened it to like an actual knight. Like he looked like a medieval knight. Like it was like that. And then
He's about to do a bid, dude. He's like a friar.
yeah.
Let's hit the page.
All right.
Wild Wild West.
Dr. Peter Attia, dude, thank you for coming. Thank you for doing this. Thank you for doing this. I'm really pumped. I read your book, so I'm kind of familiar with
thank
your
you so
stuff,
much.
and I kind of like what you're about.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for doing the podcast. And I guess I'll give you an introduction and correct me if I'm wrong. You were a medical doctor and you did cancer surgery, right?
A general surgery with a focus on cancer.
With the focus on cancer, and then you just kind of. I liked your origin story a lot, and so from what I remember in your book, you did this big swim, like it was like a marathon swim or something. And how far did you swim?
It was about 21 miles.
That's insane. So you did a 21-mile swim, and then, if I remember correctly, you were eating a cheeseburger in celebration. And your wife,
actually,
that
that was a slightly longer swim, but yes. Now I know the story you're talking about. Okay.
Yeah, that honestly, dude, that made me laugh so hard that you did like a what?
I think that was like 25 miles or something.
25-mile swim. You go out to have a cheeseburger and I believe a Coca-Cola.
Yeah.
And your wife more or less was like, "You're fat."
Yeah.
Dude, that's the best. And then it launched you, and then you just got the ultimate revenge and started like a super successful business. How do you feel about
She was
that?
very sweet. She said, she didn't say you're fat. She goes, you need to work on being less, not thin.
That's worse though.
It's
I'd
so
rather
good.
someone be like, "You fat ass," and be like, "You need to be less, not thin." But you just swam 25 miles.
Yeah. Well,
That's wonderful though. That is good though to have a woman to push you to those heights. Because then is that really like the genesis of you kind of branching out into like?
I had actually already left medicine at that point. I had been out of medicine for 3 years. I was working at that time. God, what was I doing? I was working at an energy company, I think, or maybe I was in finance or something. I had nothing to do with medicine. But that was right around the time my daughter was born as well. And so I think that was kind of the 1-2 punch. It was sort of my daughter's born. And then I'm realizing actually like I'm not that healthy. Even though I exercise a lot, I'm actually not that healthy. And that those two things were what kind of got me to be pretty obsessed with just trying to figure out how to not die prematurely.
The kids do that. I have a 2 and a 4-year-old, and that really kind of, I actually thought, you'll find this interesting. I thought I was healthy. I was doing the, all these apps. Like I did the one where you like mail your poop and all that stuff. And I did that. They came back like, dude, you're like 6 years younger biologically. I was like, this is awesome. I had the aura thing. I had that going on, telling me I'm 7 years younger than my age. And then I took a blood panel. Dude, I'm like pre-diabetic.
Yeah, exactly.
I was like, what the fuck, man? It was like, I thought I was like killing it. And I got it back and it was like, I literally just found out 2 days ago. So this timing couldn't be more perfect. My A1C, I think it was. My A1C is like 5.7, which was like, but I did eat 2 bites of a pancake before my blood work, which I'm not supposed to do.
Shouldn't impact the A1C.
Damn it, dude. I was fucking hoping that was the answer. Yeah, so that is kind of crazy because and again, I don't, I'm not the definition of fitness, but I'm not like, I thought I had the almost type 2 diabetes.
Well, it takes a while. Like no one wakes up diabetic, but also most people don't recognize that it's a 10-year journey for most people.
Really?
To get there, yeah.
So what? I have like four more years of pre-diabetes?
No, I mean, I think that's impossible to predict for any one person, but we definitely know that disease is so much more complicated than people, I think, historically have thought of it. People have historically said, well, I mean, type 2 diabetes is your pancreas can't make enough insulin, you can't get enough glucose out of your blood into the muscles, and eventually we just cut off some arbitrary number. We just say once you reach a certain level of blood glucose, then you have type 2 diabetes. But, to me, that's just not a great way to think about it. I think of it as a continuum and a spectrum. And pre-diabetes is a step along the way, but we also know that the lower your blood sugar, the better. So 5.7 is better than 5.8 is better than 5.9. But even though we would call you quote unquote normal at 5.6, I would argue 5 is much better than 5.6.
Gotcha. I see what you're saying. Yeah. It was like for real joke because I was like dancing in the end zone on my wife because she is her biological age and I'm not rubbing it in, but it was like whatever. And I was like, I'm like 5 years older than her, so I was like her peer biologically. And I was laughing. I was
these biologic clocks things are such a scam. It is incredible.
Well, dude,
I love
mine
it. I
love
it. I love it.
It's
brilliant marketing. It is brilliant marketing.
Well, I woke up one day and I went like I lost half a year of my biological age. I was like, what the fuck did I do? I like went into a panic. But yeah, so that was like a real revelation for me. I was like, holy shit, man, because my dad has type 2 diabetes. And I was like, yeah, that's on him. He eats ice cream all the time. I'm healthy. And I like got my blood work and I was like, son of a bitch. By the way, I'm just breaking this right now. I don't
This is breaking news.
This is breaking news.
This is like so timely.
I have and I was actually, it is very timely. And I have been leveraging it emotionally in my household, which is nice. Anytime my wife bothers me, I'm like, dude, I have pre-diabetes. This cortisol is going to mess up my insulin. So
I got a text message literally on the way over here from a buddy who just got a vasectomy yesterday. And we had recommended the urologist to him who was going to do it. So he goes, look, I just want to tell you, man, literally the best experience ever. The guy was incredible, so funny. He's got me draped like over the table. So like, he's like, there's a drape, like I'm laying on my back.
Like
and
a C-section? They do like they don't let you see?
Yeah, it's like you're sterile.
Okay.
They want to keep you sterile, right?
Gotcha.
And the guy walks in the room first time. He hasn't seen me. He doesn't see my face. He just sees my schlong and he goes, oh, I remember you. But he was like, but it was just all jokes. And he says today, he goes, look, honestly, zero pain at all. But don't tell my wife. I am going to milk this as 10 out of 10 pain for another week.
So important.
Yeah.
So also the vasectomy, you can't ejaculate for like what, 7 days or something?
That's a good question. I don't know how many days.
I swear to God,
I don't know how many days.
I don't know how many. It's like 7. My friend did it. He
had to hold off. Yeah.
7 whole days. And he said he went a little prematurely and said he had a little bit of pain. So that's not good. But yeah, dude. So that was kind of crazy, man. Because I've been doing all the services because I haven't like been to a doctor in forever. Because I'm like, I go to, and this is what I think was cool in your book. You have like, what was it, healthcare 2.0 versus like 3? What was the latest?
Yeah, medicine 2.0 versus medicine 3.0. Yeah.
So 3.0 is kind of where you're at. That's kind of more cutting edge. 2.0 is like a step up from like medieval humors and.
Yeah, but still important. I mean, we still want medicine 2.0. Medicine 2.0 will take care of a problem when it shows up.
Gotcha.
And if you're in a car accident, you break your leg, you get pneumonia, you want someone who knows how to deal with those problems. But it's a very different system from, hey, how do I take a guy whose hemoglobin A1C is 5.5, who everyone thinks is just perfect, but I think he's on the path to actually, being diabetic in 10 years. And why would I wait till he's staring down the door when I could just make the changes now?
Yeah, and that was kind of my beef with doctors. I would go there and they're like nice. I don't have anything against them, but I go there and they're just kind of like, yeah, your cholesterol's good. And I'm like, this is all we're worried about? Like this is it's like, and then they lowered the window to like blood pressure. One day I went in there and they're like, oh, by the way, high blood pressure is lower now. And I'm like, okay. I didn't have a blood pressure problem, but it's like I just feel like you go there and it's like you're like a car. You go in and they check like 2 things. You're like, man, you're good. But so I really liked your book. How you're like you want to check for more things and try to increase the health span, not just the lifespan. Which I like because a lot of people are very unhealthy. Yeah. I thought I was a poster child for health, dude. I'm one of the suffering Americans. Just I need Michelle Obama to come make me lunch, dude. I'm fucked up right now. So what are you working on right now? Because the book. Has anything changed from the book? And again, correct me if I'm wrong, but the summary was like the 4 horsemen. That's the things that the 4 leading causes of death. And there are what? Heart disease?
Cancer,
neurodegenerative
diseases and dementing diseases like Alzheimer's disease and metabolic disease.
That's me. That's diabetes, right?
And they overlap. So when you have type 2 diabetes, your risk of those other diseases goes up by 50%. So that one sort of feeds into the other. And also if you have cardiovascular disease, your risk of dementia goes way up. So.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Damn, that sucks. Yeah, and you know what's weird too? Because I don't want to turn this into like a personal doctor visit, but like I, for real, had like crazy brain fog. Like I was like messing up recalling words. And a lot of my mom's side had like dementia stuff when they got older. So I started being like, damn, I might be like getting like early dementia. And as soon as I learned about the high A1C, and I don't know if that's like high enough to cause brain fog. Like I was like, I forgot the word croissant. I was like trying to think of that word. Couldn't think of that. But as soon as I got off all the carbs and now I'm like basically doing like keto, my brain just like came right back to life. It's pretty nuts.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know that that's related to the A1C per se, but fluctuating levels of blood glucose make it just a little more difficult. And some people are more sensitive to it than others. Some people, they can eat all the carbs in the world and it doesn't seem to faze them. And a lot of people are like, no, the moment I go to slower carbs or just no carbs at all, or just more complex carbs, my energy levels normalize. And so too does my attention. Yeah,
dude, that happened for me. And I also don't have to eat as much. Like I was eating so much, man. It would be like 4 cups of rice. I was just pigging out.
Yeah.
And then as soon as I stopped eating that much carbs, I eat like 2 meals a day and they're pretty like sparse. So.
Tell me about these pictures here. What's
thank
the
you, man. This I just figured it was funny because it's just kind of like just an ample naked lady sitting at a picnic. So I literally picked the pictures very quickly. This one I just wanted very intense imagery.
Yeah.
And so this is kind of like this is pleasant. It's a little complicated.
What do you think's going on here? Why is she naked? And who are these guys?
These guys are up to no good for sure. They I think these guys. It looks like they just got happened upon, and someone's going, "What the hell are you doing with that ample naked lady in the park?" And this guy's like,
but he's like fully dressed.
Yeah.
Who's the girl in the background?
So to answer your first question, this is a clothed male, naked female. It's a fetish. That's going on. And I think she's kind of like next. I think they're like, get over here, strip down so we can have a naked picnic. This caused a serious uproar back in the day. When this guy painted this, it was a problem.
I can see why.
They were like, if you had someone pose, this lady had to have been a prostitute. And they're like, that's totally scandalous.
Yeah. What year approximately was this?
I wish I knew. I don't know. If I had to guess, I would say like maybe the late 1800s. If I had to guess. But I could be wrong. And that guy, I don't know what that guy's hat's all about over there, but
yeah, I mean, it's sort of. I don't want to profile him, but I have thoughts.
True, it is a hat. I don't recognize that hat, and I do have my own suspicions as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I don't know if he's like. I don't know what's going on. He seems kind of distracted. I think he's being caught. She's just kind of getting caught. There's just a lady in a pond, maybe, just kind of floating around.
Oh, that's interesting. So I see that now. I thought she was picking up apples, but maybe she's washing her hands.
Sure. Well,
in the pond.
One could only guess why. But so that was cool. I thought that was a fun one. This is very intense. I like this. And then I just, toss a little crucifixion up there.
It's the rainbow crucifixion. I don't know my biblical history well enough to, I would embarrass myself if I asked dumb questions, but is there a rainbow after the crucifixion?
I would hope so. God was rising back to heaven 2 days before, so I'd hope that.
No, I thought it was 3 days after this.
3 days, my bad. 3 days. So
so that foreshadowed maybe the resurrection. Is what
could be, could be.
Yeah.
But I honestly don't know. I don't have any real knowledge.
Can you imagine how brutal the world was when we crucified people?
I think about it all the time.
Like, how lucky are we to live in this candy ass world of softness?
Dude, I try to tell it to people, and I have people tell me.
I'm so grateful.
It's insane because I try to tell people, I'm like, dude, it was way different. And other people be like
those guys were thieves, right?
Yeah.
Like that today, you wouldn't even go to jail.
Yeah,
in most cities.
Yeah, they'll kill you.
Yeah. And then you get crucified?
Yeah. And it also, the procession was like a pretty nasty part of it, too. Just to get walked through the streets, spit upon, rocks thrown at you.
I can't fathom.
Dude, the social anxiety back
And by the
then
way,
must
that's
be
only
crazy.
2,000 years ago, which in the arc of human history is yesterday.
Nothing.
That's nothing.
That's what I try to tell people, man, because there's a lot of people who are like, everything's always been the same. It's just different variations on the same themes. And I'm like, dude, it's gotten so much different from 2,000 years ago. It can still get so much different.
Think about 500 years ago, right? Think about if you could be you, or you could be the king of England 500 years ago with like, it sounds great until you get like a dental abscess and you realize there's no AC, there's no heat, the food sucks.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think you're going to be the king of England 500 years ago.
Yeah, the food still sucks in England now. Yeah, that's a good point because you could
probably pre-fish and chips.
Yeah, that would actually suck. I never thought about being like the king of another country, but it would be pretty terrible. There was a king in some medieval time, like longer ago than that, but they thought alcohol was like health stuff back in the day. It was like the spirit.
It kind of was because water was so contaminated, right?
Yeah.
So you basically had two broad cultures that emerged from either the fermentation of water, right, and alcohol to make to get rid of the bacteria, or tea, right? You have sort of the rise of the sort of tea culture where you boiled water. But yeah, the idea that you were just going to go and drink water was like, I mean, the fact that we're sitting here drinking this is incredible.
It's pretty tight, actually. But yeah, they had a king. They were like, they rubbed him down in like brandy, maybe. And then they were like, all right, we're going to like rub this all over his body. And like a candle got too close and just burnt the guy alive. And all the high priests or whatever had to be like, you must have been fucking evil.
Yeah.
It's fucked up.
no one put two and two together. They didn't understand exothermic chemical reactions.
Damn, dude. So let me ask you this. What is the gist of your book is basically, and again, correct me if I'm wrong, but the gist was basically like we can pre-screen better and we can kind of promote wellness rather than waiting till somebody has like a horrible, often irreversible disease and like try to fix it through kind of like nuking the territory.
And part of it is like, what gets measured gets managed. And so Medicine 2.0 measures lifespan as the ultimate outcome, which is, that's been productive. That's a good thing to measure. I'm not suggesting we shouldn't care about lifespan because 150 years ago, lifespan was 40 years. Today it's 80. That's insane. We doubled lifespan. And that's all due to Medicine 2.0. Basically figuring out how to not kill women when they gave birth to children, how to keep babies alive when they were born, how to fight infections, how to wash our hands, like that, and a little bit of stuff around trauma and critical care. Like you doubled human lifespan. But we're not managing health span. And so part of the argument is, okay, we've done pretty well on lifespan. We could do better, but we really have to manage health span.
Yeah.
And so if we think about things that make up health span, it's sort of like, how much muscle mass do you have? How strong are you? How much endurance do you have? How much flexibility and balance do you have? How quick is your cognitive performance? How happy are you? How are your relationships? How much joy do you have in your life? These things are softer and squishier. Some of them are pretty easy to measure, like VO2 max and muscle mass and strength. Some of them are harder to measure, like cognitive performance. But if you don't measure something, there's no chance you're going to manage to it. And I would just argue we have to slightly tilt in the direction of doing more on that front.
Yeah, it'd also be cooler to go to the doctor and have him like hit the treadmill. Let's check your VO2 max.
Yeah, let me see how long you can dead hang for. Let me see your grip strength.
That'd be so much better than sitting there and just being like basically getting molested and leaving. That's all you do. You go there and they're like, all right, we're gonna. What is the coughing? Why do they do that? Why do they hold your?
It's funny. I thought you were going to ask me to do it to you earlier when you said this is not an appointment. I literally thought you were going to whip your junk out and have me check.
I'm just going just for the A, dude. You got to do the butt.
They're checking for a hernia.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
But why is that like the top of the pops? And
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
there's so much other things to check. It's like we're not going to do all this other stuff that'd be useful. We're just
not going to look at a bunch of things, but I do want to stick my finger in the inguinal canal.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, and I'm gonna make you cough.
I'm glad they do that, but it's like, why did that get picked as opposed to all of his other stuff you're talking about? Do you think it has something to do with like just like institutional, just repressed homosexuality throughout the entire culture? And that was like,
I don't know. But I will say this, like, I can't tell you how many rectal exams I've done. And then I realized, like, I mean, technically a good urologist will tell you that their finger is good enough to truly feel a prostate cancer that would otherwise not be picked up on a PSA or some other test. And I'll take them at their word. But I think for the rest of us who don't do 20 a day, yeah, I don't think my finger is good enough.
Don't say that.
I mean, I'll work harder, but
yeah, that's crazy. So they're saying they can just feel like it's just
they've said, like, look, man, there's always that one case that slips through the crack where the guy has a normal PSA,
Hilarious.
no pun intended. Yeah, jeez.
So they can tell, yeah.
But they're like, yep, if you feel a certain type of super hard nodule on the prostate, that would be suspicious.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is. I think they really could if doctors would embrace that. It'd be so much more fun. You go, you kind of run on the treadmill, dead hang. They can talk to you a little bit about it. It just seems so kind of sterile.
Plank. Yeah, there's like a bunch of basic
awesome.
tests. Everybody should be able to. We should be able to see the people do. I completely agree.
Yeah, I don't. That's so. I did really like your book for that reason. Hopefully, that kind of stuff takes. So if that's the scope of the book, where do you stand now? Has anything changed in that time, or is there anything that's like latest and greatest that's kind of like blowing your mind right now?
I think my thinking is always evolving. I would say, if I were writing that book today, I would actually kind of add a fifth horseman, which is anything that pertains to a weakened immune system. So I'm just getting over a cold because I have 3 kids and 2 of them are young. So basically, I'm always in the face of like some virus, right?
Yeah.
So twice a year, I always get some stupid cold, and it's no big deal. It starts in my throat, blah blah blah. It gets into my lungs. I hack up a bunch of junk, and then I'm fine. But anyone who's been around older folks realizes that that's the kind of thing that can tip them over the edge when they're 80 years old.
Yeah.
A really bad infection, a flu, COVID, things that us, 50-year-olds laugh at can become deadly. And so from a research perspective, this is something I'm super interested in, is how do we regenerate the immune system? So, I'm in my 50s, my immune system's also in its 50s. Would it be amazing if when I'm in my 80s, I could still have an immune system that's maybe like in my 50s or 40s? The effect that would have against, mitigating the risk of fatal pneumonias, infections, and even cancers is huge, because the immune system is the first line of defense against cancer.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Is that it? Didn't they used to use like fevers for that too? They would induce fevers to try to kill certain types of cancer.
Yeah, and it wasn't very successful because it's so non-specific.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, cancer is the only way for the immune system to eradicate cancer is you have to get the very, very, very specific T cell that recognizes exactly that cancer, and you have to figure out a way to make enough of them that it, wins that war. And that rarely happens spontaneously. I mean, the cases are, documented in the literature. They're so rare, but we now have drugs that can make that happen in about 10% of cases. Which is huge.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy. So what was your research yielded? How do you think you can bolster the immune system, or like?
I mean, it depends I don't know how technical the audience wants to get into this stuff, but so stop me when this has become unbearable.
For sure.
So we have DNA.
Okay.
So everyone's heard of DNA. DNA is the code that tells every cell how to make a protein. So what tells DNA to turn on and off are something called methylations, little carbons that stick on the backbone, or something called the epigenome. So DNA is regulated through this methylation pattern. And as we age, that changes.
Gotcha.
So we can look at a T cell, which is the type of cell that fights a cancer or an infection, and we can say, that's what an old one looks like. That's what a new one looks like. Even though the DNA is the same, the epigenome above the genome, this methylation pattern looks different. And so the question is, what if we took the methylation pattern of an old T cell and made it look like a young T cell? Would it revert into a young T cell? So to me, that's certainly top 2 or 3 most interesting questions in aging research today.
That's pretty cool. And that makes sense because it's like the DNA, you're born with it, and then the epi layer, that's like the kind of like pattern that's affected through the environment.
That's what regulates it. Exactly.
Yeah. And then so if you can kind of get into that, and then so you could, and it was stress too, because I noticed that was a big thing in your book. So, and you can stress yourself to the point where your epigenome will just start being like,
everything in the environment can affect that. So it's affected just naturally through aging. So the passage of time affects it, but so does anything in the environment. So whether you exercise, whether you smoke, whether you have diabetes or not, all of those things, good sleep, bad sleep, high stress, low stress, anything can tweak that in the right or wrong direction.
Damn. Okay. That's pretty cool. So you're saying,
but the gravitational pull of age is huge. And that's the one I'm most interested in, is like, how would you, because even the healthiest 80-year-old has nowhere near the immune system of an unhealthy 30-year-old.
Yeah. Yeah. And we saw that everyone was hoping against hope that Mike Tyson would just knock out Jake Paul, and that was kind of like a bitter moment for a lot of people.
Yeah, you can't, like age is not,
like, you just can't do it.
Yeah, as Father Time is undefeated, as everybody said.
Yeah, even with like the TRT, what are your thoughts on that? Like in terms of like, what age to kind of smash the glass and just go full upgrade?
I don't know that there's an age I would do it. I mean, I think the things that I would, I had a long talk with a patient yesterday about this exact question, and he's pretty young. He's like 36. Does not have kids, but wants to have kids. Yeah. So that's a huge consideration. So in his situation, I would say like TRT is not a good idea. I suggested that he bank sperm. And if he wants to go down that rabbit hole, and by the way, I don't think he needs to, because I don't think his levels are like kind of 50th percentile. He's not terribly symptomatic. I would kind of eke out a bit more time, but I would rely on hormones that are going to ramp up his body's production of testosterone, as opposed to just giving him testosterone, which will shut off his body's supply
forever.
No, and it's not something that happens overnight. Like he'd have to be on testosterone for a while before he would shut down his own production. Yeah.
So what are your thoughts on that? On like that whole thing, especially for 30-year-olds? Do you think it's like good to kind of have that, or do you think it like should be kind of a long road?
I think you got to take every case individually, but if a 30-year-old has testosterone that is so low that it's impacting him, I think you have to start by asking why.
Right.
Like, how bad is his sleep? How bad is his stress? How bad is every other factor going on? I mean, when I finished, when I was, leaving my residency, my testosterone was 227, I think, which is insanely low. That's only 2.5 times higher than a woman.
What?
Yeah.
Is that why doctors' hands are so soft every time you shake them? Damn,
no,
that's crazy.
That's for the rectal exam, so you just don't get
That's true. That's true. You wouldn't want like my dad's.
No,
finger.
But the reason is pretty clear, right? Because I was sleeping 28 to 30 hours a week.
Damn.
Right. So, horrible sleep deprivation is going to make it really difficult to make appropriate levels of testosterone.
And that makes it harder for you to sleep too when your testosterone gets lower?
I think probably a little bit, but the causality is much more in the opposite direction, meaning the horrible sleep is destroying the production of testosterone and growth hormone. But of course, at the time, it never occurred to me to do anything about it, and once I, was in a job where I could actually sleep each night, lo and behold, my testosterone kind of normalized.
It peaked up.
Yeah.
What do you think that's a good thing for people to actually look at? Because I always get the feeling that like, if you even go into one of those places, they're going to hard sell you and you'll be on the tee like before you know it.
I think you should not go to, I'm trying to think of the right analogy. If you walk into a store that only sells hammers, everything's a nail.
Yeah.
Right. So I think if you walk into a tea shop and all they do is male hormone optimization, I would say buyer beware.
Yeah.
Because even if they internally have the best of intentions, like I just don't think they can get out of their own way. Yeah. I also think you should be very wary of going to a place for any sort of therapy where they're selling you the therapy.
True.
Like if my whole shtick is I'm here to, give you the best hormones or supplements or whatever, and oh, by the way, on your way out, we'll sell them to you. It's just such a conflict of interest.
Yeah.
So,
So what do you think about the internet companies that are like I did one. I don't know if it's nice to like name it or not, but like the ones that like you mail like stool sample, blood, saliva, and they're like, here's precision supplements for you and you alone. How do you think they're like? How much of that is kind of generic, and do you think some of those companies are really dialed in, or like?
I don't doubt that there are ways to kind of sort of optimize supplements around biomarkers. I'm not sure that it's as precise as people want to believe.
Yeah.
I certainly don't think that. I actually think you can do a lot of supplement optimization off really basic blood work. Like I don't think, certainly, a stool sample is not necessary because most probiotics can't even provide the bacteria you need to impact it. I mean, your diet has a far greater role. Your fiber content has a far greater role on your gut biome and things that you'd be measuring in stool. And obviously saliva, blood, urine can measure things that are relevant and interesting. There aren't that many things that I think are worth taking. Like I think, if you're low in vitamin D and you're not getting enough sunlight, that makes sense. But that's a pretty simple blood test. If your homocysteine is elevated, you probably should take some methylated B vitamins. And if you drop it by more than 5 or 6 points, you're probably doing a lot. If your omega levels are low, fish oil probably helps if you're not willing to eat 3 servings of fish a week.
Right.
But the true basics of this are really simple. And then there's other supplements that probably make sense for most people, and you don't even need to test for them. Like anybody who's active could probably justify taking creatine.
Yeah.
And there's no blood test that's going to tell you whether or not you need it. We just know that, to fill and saturate total body stores, you're going to need 3 to 5 grams per day. So,
Really? That was surprising. That was like something I heard like in college, like, years ago when I'd lift weights. It was like creatine was almost like viewed as like a serious kind of like bodybuilder supplement. Now everything I read is like, no, everyone needs a ton of creatine.
Yeah. I mean, it's just, if you're playing the game of optimizing, you're going to get a benefit, probably about a 10% boost in performance for intensity and like super short intensity, i.e. the creatine phosphate energy system. So kind of like high bursts of, 10-second work and then anaerobic stuff. It's not going to improve much aerobically, but and you'll also get a little hypertrophy benefit because the muscles will get bigger when they bring more water in.
That makes sense. Yeah, if like my kids are like 7 feet away and they're not listening, I could just fucking run at them.
Easy.
Like, the fuck are you doing?
Easy.
Just hulk them down. Yeah, that's my thing with fitness. A lot of people, and I'm sure I don't know if you've heard this. You're kind of I'm sure your like listenership is very health oriented, but a lot of people get very like, I don't know, like very kind of scoffed. They kind of scoff a lot of this stuff where they're like, who gives a shit? And it's like, and I feel bad because like I do get it. If you're like in a job you hate and you're just totally crushed down by like your life circumstance, having somebody be like, dude, eat a banana and do jumping jacks, you're gonna be like, dude, fuck you. I don't want to think about this. But it also will make your life better. Like I always like, whenever I lose sight of that, whenever I get too into my own like just stuff where I'm like, this isn't going well. I don't have time. If I just take like an hour, even a half an hour, and just like run as fast as I can, it's like I feel like amazing.
Yeah.
And I always say that's like a nice dimension you can add to your life where it's like everyone's like, like I want to get better in my job, blah, 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 blah. It's like just adding that, like time yourself running 100 meters and then try to get a better time next week. It gives you something you're kind of making progress in. And it also, you feel like great as a result.
Yeah. I think this is where kind of social media really distorts reality. And the example you give is a great one, right? So if your health sucks and you're trying to figure out where you're going to find an extra 2 hours a week to do some form of self-care, the last thing you need is some idiot influencer telling you to spend more time in the sauna and cold plunging. Like I can promise you that is not the first, second, third, fourth, or fifth best use of your time if you only have 2 hours a week.
How would you break it down then?
If you've only got, I would start with let's do the absolute basics of blocking and tackling. So first thing I want to know is, are you getting at least 7 hours of sleep a night? Because if you're not getting at least 7 hours of sleep a night, it's going to be very difficult for you to do anything at your best.
So I don't want to interrupt you. My question with that is, say you are tracking your sleep and you only get like 43 hours of deep sleep every night, even though you go to bed at like a proper time. Does that matter as much of like REM versus deep sleep, or like?
I assume you mean 43 minutes, but
43 minutes. Yeah. I wish it's fucking 43 hours.
I only get 43 hours of deep sleep a year. I'm doing the math quickly. Oh god. I don't know. If a person says, I feel really well, and there are these, I link to them in the book. There are a whole bunch of surveys you can get for free that just have you do like, these are validated surveys that kind of go through daytime drowsiness and stuff like that. If you're in bed 7 to 7.5 hours a night, ideally 8, and your little sleep tracker says you're sleeping 7, but you're not happy with your stages, I wouldn't put a lot of stock into that unless you feel that there is a problem.
Got you.
But if you're like, no, I feel fine, and I fill out all the 2 surveys and they said I'm doing fine, ignore the data.
That makes sense.
Yeah, and stop wearing the tracker.
I know. I gotta
just
stop.
done with the tracker. So
I was checking every day. I'm like 43 fucking minutes.
Yeah. Like it just creates more anxiety.
It's just
than
red.
it's
I
worth.
see red numbers. And I'm like,
yeah.
fuck.
I haven't used one of those in a longer time than I can remember.
Yeah.
So
So just do
so
the
then
basics.
the next
Sleep.
bucket, yeah. So then the next bucket I want to know is what's your physical activity level? So let's say this is a person who's got none. They're doing none. And they say, look, I've only got 2 extra hours. I'm putting that entire 2 hours into exercise. So I'm going to say, we're going to do 4 30-minute workouts a week. And, again, I'd have to know more about the person, but it could easily end up being, we're going to do 2 cardio sessions a week. We're going to do 2 strength sessions a week. One of those cardio sessions per week is going to be kind of aerobic base training where you're going at the same intensity the whole time. It's not that high. You can still sort of almost carry out a conversation. It's a little hard to talk, but you could. And then the other cardio session I would do, say 3 days off of that, would be more interval, kind of like what you were describing. So let's get on a, if you're at a gym and they have one of those like, air bikes, do something there, be on a treadmill, be outside. It doesn't really matter. Like the goal, like this person will get so much benefit from 2 hours a week of exercise that it almost doesn't matter what they do. And then the other 2 days a week, I'd have them do 2 30-minute whole body workouts at a gym where they never stop moving.
Okay.
So if you're doing it at home, it might be push-ups, pull-ups, wall sits, something like that. If you're at the luxury of being at a gym, you might just rotate machine to machine to machine and never stop. And that would just bring huge dividends. And then the last thing I'd do is, in addition to that, is just do a quick audit of their diet.
Yeah.
Are you overweight? Are you adequate weight? Are you underweight? That determines whether you need to eat more or less. And then are you getting enough protein? And honestly, like I wouldn't make it much more detailed than that. And so look, with just a little bit of that insight, you've made better use of 2 hours a week. You've got them to stop worrying about their sleep. You've maybe changed 3 little things in their diet. I promise you that person in 3 months is going to feel significantly better. And then maybe, by the way, at that point, they're like, you know what? I wouldn't mind doing 3 hours a week of this exercise thing because I'm feeling kind of good. And you know what? I kind of want to dial the diet in a little bit more. But again, the problem is too many people are consuming information that says, oh my God, you need to be on this supplement. You need to be on this supplement. You need to be doing 30 minutes of this type of sauna and 20 minutes of this type of cold plunge. And people are like, shut up.
Yeah. I don't
like,
I can't do that.
Yeah. I mean, and to be clear, I love sauna and I love cold plunge, but it is like the 20th thing on my list of 21 things that is a part of my routine.
Yeah, that makes sense, man. That's actually cool to hear because it is like the solution is pretty basic and simple, and that's a thing that gets me bummed out when because I do think we live, and I could just be wrong, but I feel like we live in a pretty nihilistic kind of age, and it's like it does suck when that spreads. It's like a physical nihilism. Like, what the fuck's the point of even? It's like, dude, you'll feel so much better. If I don't work out, I get depressed. It's like A to B easily. If I don't do it for like 2 weeks, I'm just like depressed and sad, and it's like, and if you don't do it, it's just you feel terrible, and I always like to try to, just get up and move your fucking body, man. There's so much, it's so much better than
we were meant to move.
We were.
And meant to be outside. That might be the other thing I would add is figure out a way to do something outdoors, like whether it's a quick walk or incorporate some of that exercise outdoors.
You know what I started doing? Skateboarding. At my ripe old age of 38, I started
took it up.
I just took it back. I've been doing it when I was little, and I just started it, and it's weird. That's a real eye-opener when you take an activity you did in childhood effortlessly. You're like, let me try this again at 38. Dude, I swear I burnt 900 something calories. I skateboarded for an hour and 20 minutes. And I was dying.
That's awesome.
Cardio wise, I was just doing like a little pump track where you kind of just like ride up on a wall. Dude, I thought I was going to die. I used to do this all day when I was younger. Now I'm like, it's like a real eye opener to be like, all right, where am I at? Because I do feel like, especially, I guess men and maybe women do it too, but men specifically over index, like, I'm good. And it's like, try something that you did when you were younger. And you're like, holy shit, I'm going to my heart rate was at like 170 the whole time. Just skateboarding. And I was barely pushing. I just had to like balance myself on this track. And it It was amazing though. I agree with you. It's like find something, you know, to do and just kind of, I don't know. I feel like I do feel like we get too tunnel visioned into like the career stuff, and it's like you need to do that to survive. But it's like the sacrifice of hours of time for like the quote unquote rest time into like physical activity just pay dividends and all the other things you're trying to do anyway. But
Yeah.
I always sound like a broken record, but I'm like, dude, it's so important, man. It really is. So yeah, skateboarding's awesome. We should go one time. You skate?
Nope, I do not at all.
Have you ever?
Nope. And it's funny. I mean, growing up, I was certainly of that age when a lot of kids were skateboarding. I don't know why, it just never appealed to me.
Yeah.
I was sort of busy in my own little world. My daughter did for a little bit. She's 16 now, but she did probably like when she was 12, 10, 11, 12, she was pretty into it. The coolest thing I've picked up recently, though it's not a physical activity, but I'm freaking obsessed with it, is chess.
Really?
Holy cow.
How are you pretty good?
No, I'm horrible. I mean,
Yeah, I'm
I'm
pretty
just
bad. I
learning,
tried.
but I love it. Like
Yeah.
I can't stop playing. I
Yeah.
just can't stop.
Who are you playing against?
I'm just playing my boys.
Really?
Literally, just the three of us.
Phone
just go back
chess
and forth.
or
no,
physical
like on
chess?
the board,
That's good. Yeah.
writing down every move, studying our moves after.
Really?
Like nerding out, watching YouTube videos. I'm obsessed with this guy, Magnus Carlsen, who's the best chess
I've
player
heard
in
of
the
him,
world.
actually, yeah.
Dude, I can't stop watching chess porn.
Really?
Can't stop.
That's awesome.
Can't stop.
That's awesome.
You know how YouTube figures out what you're about? Like
Yes.
my videographer for our podcast,
Mhm.
he pulls me aside like 3 weeks ago, goes, "Are you getting into chess?" I'm like, "How do you know?" He goes, "Because like I'm managing our YouTube channel and
Mhm.
like it only populates it's just like pushing chess stuff all day."
That's
And I was
awesome.
like, yeah, dude, I can't stop.
It is good for your
I
brain.
stay up
though.
at night like watching chess videos.
Do
It's
you
awful.
really?
Oh, it's awful. I'm like, it's 9:30. I should go to bed.
What's your opening move? What do you go with?
Oh, I'm typically like E4. You know, but I like to castle really early. So I'm going to try to castle within about within 4 or 5 moves if I'm doing a kingside castle.
Really?
Yeah.
I like the first move, the horse, just over your pawns and be like, "What's up?"
Yeah.
It's called. There's a name for it. I forget what
There
it's called.
is,
It's like
yeah.
the English or something. But I like
Horse.
the horse. I just fucking bang. Here's my motherfucking horse.
Yeah. No, the knight's cool because again, he can hop over people.
You
It's
move in
awesome.
that fucked up L-shaped pattern. But yeah, I love chess too. That is fun. I just say I don't have anyone to play it with. That's the thing. It's like it's how long does a chess game take?
One of my boys is super aggressive, so the games are quick because he just comes
Really?
out swinging.
Does he really?
Oh, he swings.
I like that.
He goes for the fences.
Does he?
And then the other one is so conservative and so thoughtful that the games take like so long. And I got us a little timer too. So I'm like, buddy,
That's
you have
nice. Yeah.
2 hours to make the first 40 moves or you're disqualified.
That's good.
yeah.
That's good. Yeah, you got to think on your feet.
And the younger one, the one who's super aggressive, is so competitive. Like if anyone in our family ever makes it and becomes like great, it's him. Because you can't like the fire is insane.
Really?
When he loses, he tears up his sheets, and I'm like, buddy, you shake my hand, and we had a good game. And he's like, and he's just losing his mind that he lost a game of chess.
It's war. Yeah, it's war. Is it true that the possibilities of the chessboard are kind of infinite?
They
in a
are
way?
truly infinite.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's a computationally infinite problem,
Damn.
or as close to. I mean, I shouldn't say infinite, right? In that AI can,
Yeah.
but it's from a practical perspective, I think it's infinite.
Damn. That's awesome. That is cool. I'm gonna try it. My kids are too young for that. My daughter did one.
Your
of those,
oldest is 6?
4.
Oh, 4. Okay.
Or 6 could be 6 is doable.
6 is
4
totally doable.
I did chess. We did one of those big ones. We were on vacation. We did one of those those like huge outdoor chess boards with the big pieces.
Yeah.
We did it, and I tried with my 4-year-old, and by the end of it, it was like the mommy and daddy were the queen and king were mommy and daddy, and the pawns are all of our babies. And I was like, all right, man, the hell, it sucks. But yeah, man, that is amazing.
I once made the mistake of in a game, like one of my older one, the one who's more conservative, like he had a rook, knight, bishop in the back that hadn't moved, and it was like 25 moves in, and I'm like, buddy, those guys over there are standing there like they got their thumbs up their butts, and now those 2 boys cannot stop saying that. They just walk around anytime someone's not moving. Why do you have your thumb up your butt? And my wife's like, why do you say this stuff to them? Like, you can't say anything like that. They're just going to say whatever you say.
I know. It's weird. It's weird because my 4-year-old is like language police in our house. She like will learn that something's bad, and then she's just like horrified of the idea of saying it. And she's like, if she hears us saying anything like we even say the word hate, I don't know where we didn't. This wasn't a rule for us. Like, oh, I hate that. She'll be like, don't say that. She like polices our language. If we say like that, my wife said freaking the other day. And she's like, Mom, that's a bad word.
It's a bad word. Yeah.
Like, no, it's not. And she's like, and I was arguing. My wife's like, no, just give her that one. She's like, it's pretty nuts. But yeah, that is true. They do parrot everything. You really do got to watch what you say, because you can say whatever you want around them for the longest time, and eventually you're like, oh shit, you can talking shit on my neighbors. You can hear this. You can hear this right now.
Our youngest one, when this is the super aggressive one, so it's not surprising. I think when he was like 3, we get a call from the preschool, and they're like, "Yeah, you got to come and get him." My wife's like, "What's going on?" They're like, "He said the F word."
Whoa.
My wife's like, "Oh, I'll be right there," but
they made you get him for that?
Yeah, I'm like, this is a misunderstanding. And my wife's like, first of all, the kid is obsessed with rhyming. So he almost assuredly was like, truck, fuck, or something like that. And the woman is like, no. He's actually the first kid we've ever heard use it properly.
Oh, no.
They're like, what was the situation? And they're like, well, he was in circle time. And we were telling all the kids they had to be quiet. And he wasn't being quiet. And we're like, hey, if you're not quiet, you're going to have to get up and leave. And he wouldn't be quiet. So we got up and made him leave. And he stood up apparently and just goes, fuck it. And then walked and got out of the corner.
Like, that's a coincidence.
Yeah. I'm like, I think he learned that from his mom.
Yeah, my daughter nailed she dropped something one time when she was really little, and she was like, shit. I was like, damn it. That was right on
That's
the
on
money.
me. Yeah.
I was like, that was right on the money.
Yeah.
So they made you, what are you, like, it was like a 1-day suspension?
Yeah, it was like he's on probation now. I mean, it was like, we ended up finding another preschool for him that he did great in.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, that's insane to like be like, you got to come get this kid.
Yeah.
Although that could spread like wildfire amongst other people.
Yeah, I guess I can see it from your point as well.
No, that's lame. That's crazy to be like, he must leave right now. But I think they got to let that kind of stuff go. That is tricky though, man, because especially at that age, it's like kids hit other kids, and like, you know, some people are like, this is like, you can't. It's like, but I don't know. I treat it like the dog park. It's like, they'll figure it out, man. If it's really bad,
there's got to be enough discomfort in the situation for the kids to evolve.
Yeah, exactly what I'm saying. Yeah, because it's like, dude, you got to they're going to do that, man. It's like, you know, me and my cousin got separated, and we were in kindergarten together. And then we went to the same school the next year, and they were like, AM class, BM class. They can't be with each other at all. But I thought it turned out all right. It turned out all right. So before you get out of here, we're coming up on, where are we at right now, Josh? I don't want to keep you too long. Huh? 45. Perfect. The one thing that I feel like was in the book a lot, you talked about how, and again, always correct me if I'm wrong, because I have stuff in my head. Stress was something was really on the back burner that you kind of put to kind of like the forefront of your thinking from like the day to day and a health perspective. Where do you kind of stand on that? And like, what's like, do you have any thoughts on that at all?
When I think about like, what is the thing that's going to kill me fastest? I think it's undoubtedly stress. I just think I think it's the most insidious killer in a way, because it's the hardest thing to measure directly. Mm-hmm. You can sort of measure some of its indirect actions, like on blood pressure and blood sugar, which both go in the wrong direction when stress is high. But I think there's even components of it that just, even when blood sugar and blood pressure are normal, I still think it's just doing something to your brain, probably, and to your heart. And again, I don't think anybody would feel good living in a zero stress environment. Mm-hmm. So it's mostly just about kind of managing how one responds to it. And I think it goes beyond just stress. I think it's sort of like just overall like satisfaction in life and contentment and, you know, enjoying your relationships with people. You know, I interviewed this guy on my podcast, Bill Perkins, who wrote this incredible book. It's one of my favorite books. It's called Die with Zero. Mm-hmm. And he writes about how you have basically like, you know, you have time, you have money, and you have experiences. And he talks about it through health. So health, time, and money. Okay. And you're not optimizing for the most of any one of those. You're optimizing for the net of fulfillment.
Okay.
So too many people miss that, right? They're just like working really, really hard to get as much money as possible or as much fame as possible, or they're like maniacally focused on their health. And that's the only thing they think about. Right. Or they're just trying to, you know, live as long as possible or make as much time for certain things. But it's kind of like how you put all those things together to optimize around fulfillment. So in this book, he writes about this idea of like people aren't doing the equation correctly. They're deferring too many experiences when they're young to do when they're old, but then they don't realize when they're old, their health is actually not, they're not actually able to do it when they have all the money in the world.
Yeah.
They can't go and take the incredible vacation, or if they can, their kids aren't with them or their kids aren't young. So I think it's just kind of reframed a lot in my mind and made me realize that, you know, when our kids are young and we are incredibly healthy, that should be the time that we invest more in fulfillment and experiences as a family. Which has just been a completely different mindset for me from where I was most of my life.
Yeah. Just going kind of like full blast.
Yeah,
Make as much money as possible.
Sleep when I'm dead.
That's a big one. Sorry about that bug, dude. That bug won't leave you alone. It hasn't even come over to me at all.
I mean, I must stink.
Yeah, that is kind of a cool thing too, man. To because you don't really. It's also something you don't really learn. Like nobody really tells you how to manage your stress. You kind of mostly. From what I gather, you kind of just like watch your parents deal with stress and you're like, all right. And you just kind of like take those patterns and just apply them to your life. And it's like, it really does. Like, what I've been trying to do recently is like, just take one day out of the week. Usually it's Sunday because like we're all off, everyone's hanging out. And I just try to focus on like being as calm and at ease. That's like top priority of my day. Usually it's like, I got to get this done. I got to this done. And like on one day a week, I'll be like, I'm only focused today. My number one goal is to try to like stay in a state of like ease and kind of contentment. And if I get out of it, I like before I'm like, you know, like, well, I just try to zero in on that. And that's been kind of like, for me, that's been like a bit of a revelation to be like, oh, I can move through like multiple days without completely spinning myself the fuck out. And, you know, it's been, I don't know, it's been kind of nice.
And what do you think spins you out? Is it just busy? It's too much?
Yeah, it's
or
too
is there
much.
a particular thing?
Yeah, I mean, it could be anything. It could be my kids not listening, kind of spins me out if I'm like trying to get up the steps and it takes 40 minutes and I'm kind of like, all right, like let's go. Could be anything. Could be like overwhelmed, like just like situations at work I got to deal with that are just completely overwhelming. Stuff in the house, you know, it's just like lack of sleep. 'Cause our kids are still so little that like our sleep gets fucked up. But yeah, it is. It's usually like relational stress or just like work stuff. Those are the two main things that kind of like can really spin me out.
And I would argue that most work stress is relational as well. So I kind of agree. I think relationships are both the best part of life and the most stressful part of life.
Yeah, I agree. So that's been my.
That's what's going on here, by the way. A lot of relational stress in that film. I can tell you right now.
That is true. But yeah, that's kind of the thing, man. It's like, well, this is my whole point is like, you do have some say in how much a thing can like everything can floor you. Things come out of nowhere and you're like, you get caught in it, but just learning how to be like, all right, something got me. It's like laser tag. Like my thing's beeping. I can kind of walk myself through this without like going on like a Godzilla path. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't know. That's been pretty helpful for me before I get caught. That's my ultimate fate. She's like, babe, I'm having a naked picnic with a prostitute. She's right there and coming out of the water, just hawking me.
It's not what it looks like.
But yeah, that is the number one, man. It's like, dude, it's you know, like managing stress, keeping yourself physically fit because you can't like otherwise like what the fuck are we doing, man? It's like, you know, it's like unless I mean, some people are just surviving, which is kind of that sucks, but I don't know. I feel like I feel like people there's other countries where people are just surviving, but they still do cool stuff. Yeah. They have like big ornate jugs of water and they carry it around, they like dance and stuff. I don't know. It's kind of sick. I'm just trying to make people happy. I don't know how to do it. Well, dude, I mean, is there anything else that's kicking in your mind?
I don't think so.
Well, I think you did it. Thank you for coming and doing this. I apologize for the strange format, but how do you feel about standing in podcasting?
I think it's hilarious. I think it is. This is the first standing podcast I've ever done.
Bro, it's not bad. How do you feel about it, honestly? You can hurt my feelings. If you
honestly,
don't like it.
I think I have better posture than I normally do.
That's what I'm saying. When you're sitting on a podcast, you like it kind of like kind of slouching forward.
Yeah.
Standing keeps you on your feet. It keeps the mind sharper.
Like, I feel like we're doing a political debate the way they're angled at each other, too. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like I need a moderator to ask me a question. That's the only thing that it would have been a little better if it was moderated. If this discussion was moderated.
That's a good
and more heated.
That's true. Yeah. That is true. I want to work on being less
I wouldn't
chill.
mind a teleprompter next time, if you wouldn't mind.
Teleprompter is nice.
So I want a teleprompter there, moderator there, a little more.
For sure.
Yeah.
I mean, we could bring some heat.
Yeah.
We could bring some heat. If you want the heat, I have some burning hot questions. I didn't ask them. They're about a lawsuit, so I was like, I don't know. Why can't everyone? You can't talk about lawsuits. No one can ever talk about them.
I know the lawyers say no.
Yeah, why?
Yeah.
What's the point? Bring awareness.
Bring awareness.
Yeah, I did. I was researching just, when you have someone on,
Yeah,
and I saw you're embroiled in a lawsuit, and I said, hell yeah, dude. That's what's up. So, but we won't, the lawyers won't like that. That is bullshit. You can't talk. I mean, dude, don't do it. But that is like, why? What the fuck's the problem? I don't know, whatever. But anyway. Well, dude, thank you. Dude, is there anything you want to plug? Is there the book? Obviously, read the book, dude.
Read the book, listen to the podcast.
Peter, to you. Thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.
You're the man.